Core Designs, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, McBain Hardware, Northern Truck Service, Pluger Mechanical, Lnj Meat Market, McBain Rural Agricultural School, McBain Auto Service, McNally's Party Store, Ina Store, and the live stream sponsored by McLean Transmissions. Now let's head to the gym and join the voices of McBain Rambler Sports, Jay Simon and Gary Vanna.
Happy homecoming, everybody, and good Friday evening from here at McBain High School for tonight's Highland Conference doubleheader, girls and boys varsity basketball action as the McBain Ramblers play host to their neighbors across town, the Northern Michigan Christian Comets in a girls and boys doubleheader here in McBain. I am Jay Simon, and I am not running this show for this first game. He has been giving instructions to the fabulous Rambler Review crew because you're going to have a 7-camera operation going on for these games tonight. If you're not part of that Rambler Review Facebook group, you need to get a part of it right now because that is going to be absolutely spectacular. But providing your play-by-play after giving some final instructions to one of his young folks working on the Rambler Review, none other than my longtime broadcast partner, good friend, and all-around Renaissance man, Gary Hawkeye Vanna.
What a fantastic night for basketball. It's so nice to see the energy back up. We have a fabulous game as the McBain Ramblers come in, 5th ranked in the state, 9-0 on the season, and then they face a very strong team over from NMC, which happens to be 7-2 on the season, with only close losses to Lake City, who's still undefeated, and losses to Houghton Lake, which McBain barely beat by 2 points. And the only reason they beat Houghton Lake is because Houghton Lake didn't foul enough.
When do you ever get to hear that? Should have fouled more. Oh, my goodness. Why wasn't I more fouling? Yeah, this should be a really good matchup tonight. And you've got a couple. It's interesting because both of these teams, McBain is probably the deeper team. I don't know that anybody would necessarily suggest otherwise. Would you agree with that?
No.
Okay. But what I think is interesting is both teams feature tall, athletic, good ball handling, good shooting young scorers in Megan Bennett for the Comets. And, oh, why did her name just fall out of my head?
Callie? Or are you talking Emma Skierbeck?
Emma Skierbeck for the Ramblers, yes.
Hey, I just want to give
I think they've got similar games is why I bring it up.
And another thing that you didn't get a chance to touch on is that some of the girls, they're wearing a mismatch of throwback warm-ups, and some of them are actually wearing the 2001 warm-ups of the boys state championship team.
Ooh, hoping there's a little something to rub off there, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, in this day of COVID, I think they probably should have sanitized it.
So anyways, yeah, throwback warm-ups for the Lady Ramblers. And it looks like we're getting ready to show down. Just want to remind everyone that we are listening to the Pluger Mechanical pregame show. Pluger Mechanical, licensed and insured for new installation, HVAC services, and light plumbing. Call Aaron or his brother Brad at 231-282-3194. Pluger Mechanical pregame show. We also want to let you know that we are calling this from the penthouse known as the Northern Truck Service broadcast booth. Feel free to go see Jen and get some information on how they can fix your diesel engines. The best diesel mechanic in all of Northern Michigan, John and Jen, the proud parents of Emma Skierbeck. And during out this game, we're going to be throwing out some history bombs, as there are many parents who are homecoming king or queen of players going on tonight. So we'll see how that goes.
History bombs. Always enjoy a good history bomb. Both teams huddling up briefly before the national anthem. Head coach Rich Bennett, I believe. Right? Yes.
Pastor Rich Bennett.
Yeah. Father of
Megan Bennett.
Aforementioned Megan, yeah. Giving some final instructions. And we're going to get our national anthem. Let's take it back to the studio for that. We'll be back right after this.
SRM Concrete is family-owned and all about community. That's why they're supporting this broadcast. SRM Concrete was founded in 1999 with one singular goal: to provide superior ready-mix concrete service for your commercial and residential projects. With locations across northern and central lower Michigan, there's an SRM Concrete near you. From order to on-time delivery, the SRM Concrete team guarantees you'll be thrilled. Quality concrete, unmatched service. That's SRM Concrete.
Dawn Fresh Catering is committed to serving fresh, homemade foods with an emphasis on using the great Abel's meats our customers love. Let Dawn Fresh Catering provide the food for your party or event. At Abel's General Store, you'll find a wide variety of grocery products, clothing, gifts, and of course, our signature meats. Family owned and operated since 1920, hometown service is our specialty. Dawn Fresh Catering in Abel's General Store in beautiful downtown Falmouth.
In the small town of McBain lies a locally owned family pharmacy that takes pride in helping improve the health of every patient that comes through the door. At McBain Family Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. Here, you're family, and their experienced team of professionals are always available to answer any questions you may have regarding prescription and over-the-counter medications. McBain Family Pharmacy is your full-service family pharmacy for both traditional and compound medications. Call them today at 231-825-8175. That's 231-825-8175. Or stop by their store, located at 119 North Roland Street in McBain.
It's Friday night. It's homecoming as the McBain Ramblers are getting ready to take on the Lady Comets. Once again, 9-0, ranked 5th in the state in Division III for the McBain Ramblers. Northern Michigan Comets are 7-2, an honorable mention in Division IV. At this time, we are going to bring you the Core Design starting lineup. You ready to give us the starting lineup?
Absolutely. For Northern Michigan Christian, they will roll out a very young starting lineup featuring sophomore Paige Ebels, juniors Maggie Yount, Megan Bennett, and Riley Langton, and senior Allie Crick. This is a very, very young Comet team. 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen on the roster for the Comets.
Actually, those freshmen are 5th quarter players.
Okay.
And with the rules due to COVID, you're allowed to have 5 quarters in one night or 3 games during the week.
Well, all I know is if she was available, I would have loved to see how far Jada Van Oort has come. That kid is an uber athlete. She's one of those freshmen. I don't think she's on the bench tonight.
No, I don't see her out there, too. And for your McBain Ramblers?
I don't have first names, and you know them. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Starting for your McBain Ramblers, number 14. Callie Hooker, number 21. Alexis Gildy, number 30. Emma Skierbeck, number 32. The Emma Boonstra, and finally number 34, the heartbeat of the team, Olivia Naderhood. Or I like to say when we call Emma Boonstra out there, it goes, Emma, here comes the Boomstra.
It's tough being the best color man in the business and trying to do play-by-play, isn't it? You want to throw all those things in there.
And I just want to let you know, a big shout out to Brett Neverett, social media influencer, as he is going to be keeping the things abreast on Twitter. And if Twitter doesn't float your boat, you can actually listen to this game online. Yes, go to www.1079CDY. Click on the logo button in the right corner, and you can listen to this on McLean Transmissions. We get started. Paige Ebels at the top of the key with the ball. Traditional rules where the visiting team will start with the ball, no jump ball this year.
Traditional rules?
Yes, this whole month.
This season, traditional for 2021.
Allie Crick tries to force the ball down to Megan Bennett. Quickly trapped right there. Stolen by Emma Skierbeck, pushing the ball the other way. Going from right to left on your radio dial. Emma Skierbeck pulls it back, thinks a little bit better of that. NMC in their 2-3 zone. McBain passing around the outside. Emma Boonstra has a little baseline there. Tries to collapse the zone. Skierbeck, wide open 3 at the top of the key, knocks it down.
Well, I understand why the Comets want to use a zone, Hawkeye, but I'm going to tell you right now, if they don't rotate and find Emma Skierbeck when she's camping out at the top of the key, she's going to have a heck of a night from top.
Skierbeck goes to square up on Callie. Great rotation by the Ramblers, but Emma Boonstra ends up hacking Megan Bennett, but she was still on the ground, so that'll be her first foul.
And conversely, Megan Bennett is going to give the Ramblers fits down on the block if they don't try to defend that entry pass.
7:01 left in the first quarter. NMC's having a hard time getting the ball in. Finally get into Bennett. Bennett finds Crick at the top of the key. Crick looking to take Skierbeck off the dribble. Loses control of the ball, and it'll be a turnover.
Yeah, Crick a little frustrated because she lost control of that ball, stumbling over the foot of Skierbeck, but Skierbeck didn't put that foot out. It's not her fault. So the turnover gives it to the Ramblers.
So back in the zone, McBain doing a little motion. Spying a little bit on Skierbeck. Down low, Callie Hooker. Callie Hooker going straight against Bennett. Knocks down the bucket, making it 5-0, 6:37 left in the first quarter. One way to beat height is with quickness. Crick driving to the basket, runs into Boonstra, throws up a shot, no good. Rebound by Olivia Naderhood. Emma Skierbeck, top the key, trying to set up the offense. Gildy over to a wide open Naderhood. Naderhood is not afraid to take the 3 ball and knocks it down. Ramblers start off 3 for 3, up 8-0. Bennett's seen enough and he wants a timeout.
I'll tell you what, Hawkeye. In the first matchup between these two teams here on this floor, the Ramblers knocked down 10 from outside the arc. Already approaching that pace.
Yes, they are. And they've looked very sharp, kicking that ball around, and they're just going to try and shoot over the zone, looks like today.
Well, and that's the trouble with a zone defense as we keep it here for this break. You really have to hope, and the reason you go to the zone is you're hoping the team will not be able to shoot well from outside. You're hoping to take away what the team likes to do on the inside. That, of course, being that motion offense that so many McBain teams run, and Drew Bronkema is no different. A very active motion offense that they run and try to find people on the baseline, like they did with Kaylee Hooker earlier. But I'll tell you what, if they shoot like that from the outside, 2 for 2 from long range already, could be a very long night for these young Comets.
Hey, just want to let you know, this broadcast is brought to you by Evil's General Store, McBain Auto Service, Ina Store, Burkholder Family Funeral Home, and McNally's Party Store. And inside there's a hidden gem called 34 Deli on Main. You got to check it out. Scratch-made lunches every day. Paige Ebles brings the ball over half court. NMC trying to set up the offense. Gets to Allie Crick at the top of the key. Allie Crick driving to the basket. Scoops it up. No good. Ball bounced around. Ran down by Bennett. Finally batted away to Yant. Yant has the ball. Gives to Abel. Ebles finally get the entry pass. Batted away by Callie Hooker. Olivia Naderhood has it, and she's going to bring the ball up over half court. 5:35 left in the first quarter. 8-0 Ramblers. Swing pass over to Emma Boonstra. Back to Skierbeck. Skierbeck over to Naderhood. Boonstra in the corner. Tries to drive it. Batted away by Paige Ebles. Picked up by Crick.
Nice job by Ebles, just getting a hand in there and knocking that away on that drive.
Allie Crick, guarded by Emma Skierbeck, trying to find a little space. Not finding much. Has to give it up to Ebles. Paige Ebles trying to see Bennett. Bennett's getting a little, trying to find some space down low. Callie Hooker is all over her like a glove. Falls out on the ground, and there we going to call a foul.
Yeah, Olivia's going to pick up her first, and she's not happy about it because she was diving for the ball, but didn't have the angle and made contact. That's a good call.
That's a
fine call.
Comets inbound the ball in the maroon red with the red shorts, gold trim. Allie Crick going to the basket. Scoop and scores, get the hoop in the arm. She'll be doing the traditional three-point play, and she breaks the egg for the Comets.
That's a great drive by Crick. She had one earlier, too, just couldn't get the layup to finish that time. Did a nice job of protecting the ball as she went down the lane and laid it right over the front of the rim for the hoop in the arm. I'm always fascinated by high school girls' free throw
ritual?
Rituals, yes. Clearly that one works.
Emma Skierbeck drives the lane, tries to put a pocket pass into Callie Hooker, misses the pocket and throws it out of bounds, but NMC gets the ball. McBain's coming in the full court press.
Yeah, Coach Bronkema up off the bench. He wants to apply a little pressure, see what they can do here.
NMC breaks the press pretty easily. Gives it Riley Langton. Langton short little jumper, good. She is money when she gets the ball down low.
I think Riley might have even used the glass on that, believe it or not, from that angle. That was a great shot.
Well, the only way he knows to watch that backboard cam.
That's right. Can only see that.
8-5. Ramblers are up with 4:40 left. Great defense by the Comets as they are able to get the ball away from Olivia Naderhood. Paige Eagles gets up 4 on 5. Pass batted away by Emma Skierbeck. It'll be Comets ball.
Yeah, the battle right now between Megan Bennett and Kaylee Hooker down low is pretty enjoyable right now. Megan trying to use the off arm to hold Kaylee off. Kaylee refusing to be intimidated by that off arm and taking it right in the neck half the time as she pushes in and Megan tries to push off.
Jan gets the ball, going to the top of the key. Switch on defense, covered by Skierbeck now. Skierbeck just pestering her. Get to Crick. Crick trying to get some space against Gildy. Not able to get past her. Great defense by Gildy. I don't think that's the matchup she exactly wants. Now they're back on their defenders, offense players they want to be with. Block confusion down low. Ball ends up being thrown out of bounds. It'll be Rambler ball. Great battle down below. When Bennett's finally lost one, she has to run into Emma Boonstra.
Yep, between Hooker and Boonstra, they're giving Megan Bennett all she can handle down low. The problem is the perimeter defenders for the Ramblers are putting so much pressure on the ball, they can't see Megan Bennett to get it to her down low. She's got good positioning.
Skierbeck with another 3-ball tap. No good. Rebound by Alyssa Bode. Batted away by the Comets. It'll be Ramblers ball underneath the basket. Checking the game for the Comets is number 2, Jamie DeCam, senior.
Just 2 seniors on this roster, DeCam and the starter, Crick.
McBain swings the ball all the way around. Get it down to Bo. Bo going against Bennett. Gives it up to Boonstra. Skip past to Naderhood. Naderhood will take the 3-ball. A little bit too strong. Long rebound. Bounced around. Naderhood gets it, and she's going to get the travel. That's a tough call, but she did actually walk with the ball because she secured it and then got bumped.
Yeah, I happened to look down. What was funny was the official that called the travel against Drew Bronkema's player immediately walked over and was explaining something to Coach Bennett. He must have had a complaint about something else. Now that official explaining to Drew Bronkema why he made the call.
8-5, Ramblers are up. Comets on the offense end. Crick with the 15-foot jumper extended, no good. Loose ball, knocked out of bounds by Skierbeck. It'll be Comets ball. 3:05 left in the first quarter.
Sorry, Hawkeye, I tell you, that was an unselfish play by Megan Bennett to get it right back to Crick for that open 15-footer, but you almost want to see Bennett get a shot up just to get some confidence.
DeCam with the quick shot there, no good, rebounded by Boonstra. Ramblers trying to get out and run, but they're going to have to pull it back and set up their offense. Naderhood with another long 3-ball. Back iron, no good, rebound by Langton. Comets got the ball.
It's a good look, good step in for Naderhood, just missed it.
Jan with the ball, driving hard, runs into Boonstra, then runs into Bode, and Bode's going to get called with the blocking foul. Elena Roosevelt checks in the game for the first time, and Paige Eagles comes back into the game. DeCam's going to take a little bit of a break, and Megan Bennett will be out. So we can see the down low offense starting to run through Riley Langton. Jan in the bound pass. Getting it back to her, short little 6-foot jumper. It's good. It's now 8-7, a 1-point lead by the Ramblers. Maya Isaac back checking into the game. She's working hard. Ball's down low to Bode. Bode gets out to Maya Isaac. Back to Boonstra. Boonstra with the 16-footer. In and out, no good. Loose ball. It was collected by Crick, but she stumbled. Now we have bodies flying, carnage on the floor, and we get the traditional jump ball.
Held ball, as my official referee friends tell me.
Well, Megan Bennett's got enough of a blow. She's going to check back into the game, and she's going to give Elena Roosevelt a break. Taylor Bentham is going to come in to give Boonstra a break, and really, Boonstra and Bentham are the exact same player. Down past the Bode. Bode gets blocked down low by Bennett, and then loose ball. Callie Hooker's going to get called for stripping it out of her shoulders. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 8-7, the Ramblers are up. They started off 8-0, and now the Comets are on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, you just watching the game, if you're not paying attention to the score, you'd think the Ramblers are all over on this based on the defense they've been able to play, but the Comets just won't go away.
Paige Ebles attacks the middle, throws a shot up. She gets bailed out with the foul, and she'll be shooting 2 with 1:50 left in the first quarter.
And I'll tell you, Hawkeye, I really like that. Her and Crick both go ahead and drive into the teeth of the defense, force the officials to make some kind of a call, because you know the Ramblers are going to come over and help, and they're going to be aggressive defensively. Maybe you won't get that call every time, but you will on occasion. Give yourself an opportunity at the line.
That's the 3rd foul on Callie Hooker already.
Is it really? I've been behind. Yeah, I missed all 3 of hers. I got Boonsters needed. Every time Hooker was called for a foul, I didn't write it down. I was hoping she wouldn't. And I don't think any of them have been on Megan Bennett.
Not yet, no. Booster with the rebound after the second free throw is missed. Still 8-7, Ramblers are up. 1:45 left in the quarter. McBain swinging the ball around, starting to get the NMC people moving. Scareback, 3 ball, a little bit long, no good. Bentham battling for the rebound. She comes down with it.
Held ball, Hawkeye. It's a held ball.
Held ball on that one.
Held ball. The only jump ball is the opening tip, and there's not even that anymore now. So
yeah, traditionally there isn't. Alice Schroeder checks in the game for the Ramblers now. She's got kind of Paige Ebel one-on-one there. Paige Ebel trying to go baseline, runs into Alyssa Scareback standing on the baseline, gets bumped out of bounds. It'll be turnover, Rambler ball.
A lot of familiar names on this Comet roster, man. I'll tell you, Ebels, Langton, Yount, Roosevelt, Van Ord.
Well, actually, some of these players have been on the varsity since 8th grade because of the size of the school.
That too, but there's a lot of names that have come through this program just constantly there. It's like the Beale City of...
Allie Crick jumps a pass,
McBain.
Steals it. No one's calling Wolf as Booster comes from behind, knocks the ball out, and puts it into the Picture Perfect Play sponsor, Judy Gildy.
Judy finding her one of her favorite spots there, just to the side of the basket, underneath the basket, leaning against the pads. Make sure you check her website out. Show some nice shots.
Langton down low. She's money. Gives the Comets their first lead of the game, up 9-7 or 9-8.
Paige Ebels had missed a little awkward turnaround layup, got the rebound, and then found a cutting Langton. Beautiful for that layup.
Booster tries to go to the, or Booster Benther tries to go to the basket. She gets shouldered down the baseline. That'll be a foul on Elena Roosevelt.
First of the game for the Comets, who lead by 1.
49 seconds left in the first quarter. NMC is up 9-8. Alexis Gilly checks back to the game for the Ramblers.
Boy, I tell you, Hawkeye, the back-to-back threes, the beautiful cut and layup by Hooker. There we go. Finally another bucket for the Ramblers to stop the bleeding.
Alexis Gildy gets the first basket since 6 minutes into the game. And then Riley Langton just turns around and just makes some space and scores another one. 11-10, the Comets are up. Maya Isaac gets the ball, swings it over to Schroeder. Backdoor cut by Bentham. Nothing there. Time to reset. Maya for the NBA 3-ball, no good. Rebound by Gildy. Gildy puts it up, taking advantage of Bennett being on the bench, dominating the boards. 12-11 Ramblers. Shot attempt on that one by Crick, no good. Rebound Elena Roosevelt, not able to get it up in time. So after one, the Ramblers are up 12-11. You're listening to the home of McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 CDY.
McBain Rural Agricultural Schools is looking for the next generation of Ramblers. If you want to give your child the gift of a great education, make McBain Rural Agricultural Schools your school of choice. Every McBain Rambler gets a MacBook or iPad, a strong curriculum, including a variety of vocational programs, great athletics, and access to a brand new state-of-the-art performing arts center. If you want a school that will challenge your child, support your child, and celebrate your child's individuality, visit McBain.org or call 231-825-2165.
Huttinga Electric of Cadillac is your trusted and expert electric contractor, providing you with only quality services. We've always sought to provide you with reliable services because your satisfaction is our top priority. Locally owned and operated, Huttinga Electric is your local choice for electrical contracting, specializing in residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural electrical projects. We're licensed and insured for your protection. Call Huttinga Electric at 231-779-4699 today.
Start of the second quarter, Ramblers have the ball. They are in a battle as they are up 12-11. They went off to an 8-0 run, and then they got cold for 4+ minutes before Alexis Gildy finally broke the ice and got them going again.
Yeah, an 8-0 run, quick timeout by Coach Bennett, and it was all Comets after that.
All right, so
2 for 2 to start, 2 for 7 now from 3.
Taylor Bentham just hard working her way for the basket, giving up around a foot to Megan Bennett, but she's got fouled on that one. And that is probably on Maggie Yant. And Ms. Kierbeck checks back in the game. Maya Isaac is going to take a little bit of a break. 12-11, 7:40 left in the first half or the second quarter, whichever you prefer. Second shot's too long. Battle down below. Rebounded by Yant. Comets are now in business. Paige Ebles brings the ball over half court. Going against Schroeder. Goes to the layup. Good. That makes it 13-12. Comets are up. Pass down low to Bentham. Giving back up to Scareback. Scareback's 3 ball is a little bit long. And it'll be off the Comets. Ramblers ball on the sideline. Oh, underneath the basket, on the sideline. About even with the backboard. Skierbeck pulls the trigger, gives it up to Bentham, back to Schroeder. Pass all the way over to Naderhood, back to Skierbeck. Skierbeck 3 ball, no good. There's the battle, out of bounds off of Yant. Ramblers again. Wouldn't be surprised to see the same play.
It was well run. Riley Langton actually did a nice job. Oh.
Crick was expecting the same play. She jumped the entry passes, takes it coast to coast for a layup, making it a 15-12 lead, the largest lead the Comets have had all game. Crick playing some fantastic defense. McBain pulls on top. Naderhood fakes a pass, goes to 3 ball, no good. Tapped around, Naderhood gets her own shot. And then attacking, she gets fouled.
Yeah, that was blocked by Megan Bennett. They actually got Paige Ebles for the foul. So Bennett avoids the foul call.
You know, looking at this right now, I think we're going to be starting a brand new award. The J. Simon Cool Kicks Award. Who's got the coolest kicks on the court?
Tell you what, it's going to be a tough post-game decision.
Naderhood splits to 2. Cuts the Comets lead to just 2. It's 15-13. Comets up. 6:33 left in the second quarter.
Speaking of, she is my front runner.
Paige Ebles is just all over the place, gets to the hoop, misses the layup. Rebound by Bennett, no good. Here comes the Ramblers running, up ahead to Schroeder. They wanted to call a travel, but Schroeder never had control of the ball. Ramblers end up losing out of bounds anyway, so the Comets will get the ball without a shot.
Yeah, Coach Bennett wanting to know why there was no travel. Official explained to him she never had control of the ball. She was juggling, trying to grasp control of the ball. I suppose you could fake that for a certain length of time.
Only if you're James Harden.
Only for so long. Yeah, James Harden, there you go.
Shot's no good. Rebound by Bennett. Then it went over to Riley. Finally off of Riley Langton. It'll be Ramblers ball underneath.
Yeah, Bennett's finding the way a little rough amidst the decently heighted front line of the Ramblers. One of the few teams, I'm sure, that has got enough size to give her trouble underneath.
Scareback fakes a three-pointer, attacks it, no good. Now she's coming back with a little bit of a limp, or was she just playing on that one because she was able to track down Crick pretty quickly on that? Naderhood picks the pocket of Jan, going to the basket. She's going to get fouled. They're going to call it on the ground.
Yep, they're going to say the foul was on the ground. Jan kind of riding Naderhood's hip the whole way, but what a finish by Naderhood.
And that, I believe that was another Peon fine call because that was on the ground.
Absolutely.
All right, the second hockey line comes in for the Ramblers as Maya Emma. Here comes the Boonstra. And Alyssa Bowe check in. They'll have Naderhood out there, and they'll also have Scareback. Inbound plays drawn up to perfection. Bowe misses the layup, giving up to Boonstra. Battle down below off of Boonstra.
Well, Megan Bennett, Hawkeye, has been having difficulty offensively, but she has been a presence defensively. Anytime any Rambler has gotten down low trying to get a shot off, Bennett's long arms have been in the way.
Bennett finally has one-on-one, gives it up to Langton. It'll be turnover, it'll be Ramblers ball. Comets up 15-13, 5:12 left in the second quarter.
And I think Bennett thought Langton was going to cut toward the basket a bit and tried to feed her that way.
McBain sent up the offense. Through the middle to Naderhood. Maya tries to drive. She's going to shut off immediately. Really, the Comets have picked up their physical play immensely so far. Maya Isaac got a long three ball. No good. Rebound down below Boonstra, and Boonstra gets it, is able to dig it out and give it up to Scareback, who misses it. Bowe gets it, goes hard to the basket, too strong. Again on the board is another Rambler, and finally Scareback is able to scoop it in. And now we got
something at the end of the I glanced down to write down who scored and did not see the play at the end there. Hawkeye, did something happen on the rebound attempt?
They called an intentional against a Comet.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be free throws and possession for the Ramblers.
So it's 15-15 right now.
That is a personal foul, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that'll be the first.
I don't believe we have flagrant 1 and 2 in high school.
No, right.
Bowe makes the first, gives the Ramblers a lead again, 16-15. And she converts on the second one, taking advantage of her opportunity. Ramblers get the ball underneath the basket. This could turn into a 6-point play. Inbound pass to Boonstra. Boonstra blocked by Bennett. Here comes Crick the other way. Naderhood is going to get called for the block on that one.
Yeah, didn't get underneath. Still sliding to the side, I think, as Crick elevated. That's a good call. Another fine call. Tough to do, and if you're Olivia Naderhood, you're not real happy because you took the brunt of the contact, went to the ground, and you don't get any benefit for it.
Took all the abuse and none of the glory.
That's right.
As Crick makes the first one, and we also want to thank the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, McBain Rural Agricultural School, Northern Michigan Christian School for help sponsoring this broadcast. Crick misses the second one, but Ben gets rebound, goes to the bucket, and she scores, giving the Comets the lead 18-17 with 4:20 left in the second quarter.
Bennett's first bucket of the game.
Naderhood, 3-ball, no good, too long. Boonstra comes in late to try and take it out of Bennett's hands. They're going to call the foul on Boonstra, and that'll put them in the bonus.
With 4:14 remaining, Comets with a 1-point lead, Hawkeye, and now in the bonus. This is really impressive performance the Comets are giving here in the first half on the road.
Bennett makes the first one, extending the lead to 2.
Which I realize on the road, I mean, they had to drive all the 500 yards, but still. I mean, you think the schools are 5 football fields away?
Just about. Bennett makes both of them, making the score 20-17. Comets, 4:12 left in the second quarter. Kick out to Maya Isga. Pump fakes it, decides to pull it back out. Naderhood tries to get around Crick. Ball's knocked out by Yant. Ramblers ball underneath the basket.
Eisenga's got a nice tight little handle there, man. She little pump fake, drive, was cut off, kept it, control of it with the left hand, came back out.
Inbound pass to Skierbeck. Skierbeck finally gets a 3-ball. Ties the game up at 20-20 with 3:53 in the game.
Skierbeck had missed 5 straight since her opening 3. That had to feel good going down.
Ball out to Paige Ebles. Ebles misses the 3-ball. Rebound by Crick.
Tell you what I really like, Hawkeye. Riley Langton does not panic when she gets that ball down low. She gets the ball above her head, knowing that most of those kids aren't going to be able to tap it away from her. Keeps her calm. Makes one move. If it's not there, found an open shooter.
Well, not only does she keep it above her head, but if a kid can't try and tap it, it's not coming out of her hands.
No, she's strong for sure.
Misses the free throw. McBain gets the rebound. Skierbeck's pushing the action. Head fakes on Yant. Yant doesn't bite. Has to kick it back out. Boonstra into the middle of the lane. Shot is no good. Off the Comets, it'll be Ramblers ball underneath.
Boonstra trying to maybe draw a little contact from Megan Bennett, but Bennett did a nice job. She's in legal defensive position. She didn't move. Boonstra bounced off of her. It's a good no call. It's a fine no call. Eisenga.
Oh, my Eisenga from NBA range drops another 3-ball. Ramblers are up 23-20. 3:11 left in the first half.
And she's got a nice stroke too.
Paige Ebles comes to the basket, it's going hard, and they're going to get the charge on Ebles. Boonstra celebrates the best part of taking a charge.
Yeah, all the pain's worth it when you get the call.
What pain when you get the call?
Exactly.
Nothing hurts when you get it.
That's exactly right.
Second
on Paige Ebles.
3:04 left in the second quarter. Ramblers are up 23-20. Skierbeck brings the ball over the timeline, gives it up to Boonstra, trying to split the middle. Isaac pump fakes, heads to the basket. Little floater, no good. Rebound by Gildy. Gildy can't get the lefty to go. Battle down low, and it's going to be called off the ball, off of Bennett. Great job by Bode for just continuing to fight on that one and keeping it. Well, it's clean.
I was just about to call Eisenga the world's shortest Dirk Nowitzki imitator.
Inbound pass to Gildy, blocked by Bennett. Loose ball on the floor. Bode gets it up to Skierbeck. We got a technical on the floor. It looks like it'll be against the Comets.
I missed what happened behind. I was ball watching. I was not being a good color analyst. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. There was a little bit of a takedown on that ball when Bode was sprawling. She went to get up, and then she got a little push to get back on the floor. 2:32 left. The officials are debating what is going to be called. McBain is up 23-20. I did see the TV flash. They are trying to decide what it's going to be doing. The officials are doing the exact right thing. They're all conferencing. They're making sure they get this call right. While they're doing that, I also want to thank McBain Lake City Family Pharmacy, SRM Concrete, Hunniga Electric, Lnj Meat Market, McLean Transmission, Fiam, and Core Design, and they just threw that player out of the game.
They have, yeah. A technical foul has been called, and the player has been ejected. The officials deeming that the movement determined that the movement from the player was, sufficiently intentional as to warrant an ejection.
There'll be a second technical.
And Coach Bennett is also having a very lengthy conversation with the official, and so
he's just making sure both sides of the story are understood.
Yeah, he's picked up a technical. So now we've got 2 technicals to be shot. So with 2:32 left, 3-point Rambler lead, you've got 2 free throws coming for the Ramblers, and then possession. Sorry, I went into play-by-play mode. My bad.
No, you did a fantastic job because you are the best in the business. I aspire to be Jay Light. Scareback next on the first one. That gives Scareback 9 points on the game so far. 2:32 left in the second quarter.
I'll tell you, Hawkeye, it's difficult because you've got 2 teams that know each other well. Well, she's going to get, these are two-shot technicals, so she's getting 4 free throws. And Scareback.
4.
That's why you put her on the line. Just going to finish the thought, Hawkeye. The girls' game, especially at the higher levels, is a very defense-oriented game, and it can be frustrating for players because there's a lot of contact as they get Boonstra for a travel. It can be frustrating because there's a lot of contact, and the officials can only do what they can do in terms of trying to keep control of the game.
Hey, here's a reminder. You're listening to WCDY, McBain, Cadillac, Lake City.
I'm sure that Coach Bennett was just trying to tell the officials, listen, I need you to call this both ways. I mean, every official feels like they want things called both ways, and he's going to get an offensive charge down on the other end. Bode picks it up. Good position, good defensive position, arms in the air, didn't follow through. Good job.
So McBain has the ball. They're up by 7. 2:10 left in the second quarter. It's been a wild second quarter as Scareback breaks it. Gildy with the 12-footer. Good.
Now, the problem for the Comets right now is this has just fired up the Ramblers, and all of a sudden they're finding their stroke, and their energy level has peaked.
Crick against Scareback at the top of the key, trying to find some space. Boonstra rotates on him. Ball down low to Bennett. Defense a little bit late on the rotation. Bennett will be shooting 2.
They finally got Bennett when Bennett had her defender sealed in good position. And finally, it was a great entry pass right to the left hand there on the right block. Perfect. Allowed her to turn and immediately go to the rim. Got the foul, nearly got the and one. Picture perfect. But like I said before, the perimeter defenders of the Ramblers have just been too tough in terms of keeping those entry passes from getting to Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett only has 4 points on the game so far for the Comets. Taylor Bentham's now coming in for Emma Boonstra. Second one's good. Ran down by Alexis Gildy. McBain up 29-20, minute 40 left. Scareback throws the ball over to the official. That goes out of bounds. Intended for Alexis Gildy, but Gildy was just not expecting to pass back so quickly. She was going down low to set up a pick. Crick gets the ball over half court. She's on the far side of the court, working against Skierbeck now. Nice little crossover into the lane there. She goes into both. They're going to get both on the block. Crick's quick Crick. The Crick's a little bit too quick at that step there that Bode was not able to close down and set up a proper defensive position. Minute 22 left in the second quarter. Well, I'll remind you, at halftime, we'll be bringing you the McBain Hardware halftime show, brought to you by the Lucky family. Crick knocks down 1 out of 2, and Brockman wants a timeout. So with the minute 22 left in the first half, McBain's up 29-21. You're listening to the home of McBain Sports on 107.9 CDY.
Hey, Northern Michigan, Dean Smolligan here from the Ina store. We've been your Northern Michigan Case IH dealer for decades, and now we're your Case Construction full-line dealer as well. So whether you're driving a red Farmall tractor or a backhoe painted Case Power Tan, we're your source for Case Construction and Case IH ag equipment, parts, and service. For up north, support for your Case and Case IH equipment, call us here at the Ina store in beautiful downtown Ina.
And we are back. It's homecoming night. Gary Hawkeye Vanna joined by Jay Simon. Back at the studio is Zach Wiggins. Wow, Zach Wiggins doing his best to try and make me sound good. It's ladies first, and then the boys right after this. We have some great programs going on as the 7-2 Lady Comets against the 9-0 McBain Ramblers. It's been mostly Comets until a little skirmish. And then McBain found some fire and really start to put the floor or the pedal to the floor, but they seem to let up on the gas a little bit, I think, right now.
Yeah, it's been 2 Rambler spurts, basically, to start the game and recently.
Get past the Skierbeck. Skierbeck, step back 3 ball. Too long, no good. Battle underneath off of Roosevelt will be Ramblers ball. 109 left. Skierbeck gets it into Bode. Swings over to Bentham, looking for Skierbeck in the corner. Skierbeck tries to take off Riley Langton off the drive, shuffles her feet. They can call for the travel.
Yeah, Riley again did a great job. Everybody yelling heads up. Emma Skierbeck is not going to sneak around for an open 3 on the far side without any picks, and she was not getting it there.
Under a minute left in the half. There's a turnover. Ramblers have the ball up 29-21. Skierbeck walks it up over half court. Gives it up to Isaac on the McBain logo, or the McBain name. Now she's going to shoot. 3 ball there. A little bit too strong. Bounces. Ran down by Maggie Yant. She gives it up to Allie Crick. 30 seconds left in the half. McBain up 29-21. The Comets hoping to get another shot off. Crick going to the hoop. She's got a wide open lane. Layup good. Makes it 29-23 Ramblers. 15 seconds left in the quarter and in the half. Skierbeck walks it up. Gives up to Maya Isaga. Back up to Skierbeck. Looking for that last shot. Maya Isaga in the corner. Alexis Gildy. Gildy with the 3 ball. Too strong. Rebound by Bode. Bode gets it up. The hoop in the home at the buzzer. There are zeros on the clock. Alyssa Bode will be shooting by herself again this game as she gets the basket. And she knocks down another point, making it 32-23 at halftime. Wow, what a great first half. We're going to have to talk about this. We'll do that in just a minute. You are listening to the home of McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 CDY.
Parents, if your students want to be college or career ready by the end of high school, CTC is the place to be. I'm Troy from the McBain High School, and the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center is preparing me for the jobs of the future. Students from all over the region can choose up to 14 different career-driven programs, with a free associate's degree available in some programs through the 13th year training. Find out more at WMISD.org at the Career Technical Education Link and see why CTC is the place to be.
Lnj Meat Market offers fresh, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken, specializing in Misaki-made sausages and jerky. Lnj Meat Market is a true family operation headed up by Tim and Sandy Genema. Whether you need a hog roast or fresh brats and burgers for grilling, they're here to serve you. Check out Lnj Meat Market, 4 miles south of Lake City on M66, or call 231-839-2176. That's 231-839-2176.
Making the final arrangements for a loved one is never easy. At Burkholder Family Funeral Home in McBain, they can help you get through the process one step at a time. Serving the families in McBain and the surrounding communities for over 40 years, they take pride in providing exceptional services that families can actually afford. The caring and compassionate staff at Burkholder Family Funeral Home can help ease the burden. Burkholder Family Funeral Home. Visit them today at 211 North Pine Street in McBain or call 231-825-8191.
Northern Michigan Christian Schools in McBain is a Christ-centered learning environment run by parents rather than a church. It's an excellent Christian education for pre-K through 12th grade and currently serves more than 290 students. To find out more information, go to www.nmcs.us or call 231-825-2492. Again, that's 231-825-2492. Northern Michigan Christian School, believing that each student is uniquely gifted and a blessed child of God.
FIAM is family, and like sports, FIAM is also teamwork. As a stable Cadillac area employer, FIAM has supported area families for over 40 years. FIAM is proud to support this McBain Ramblers broadcast. At FIAM, we don't like to toot our own horn, but FIAM has the best employees in the Cadillac area, and you are appreciated. FIAM is family.
We've all been there. We rely on our vehicles more than ever to get us where we need to go, safe and sound. McBain Auto Service is open Monday through Friday and are fully licensed and insured to serve you. With over 50 years combined experience, they specialize in everything from brakes to engine repair with no job too big or small. Stop in for a safety inspection. McBain Auto Service, located at 9438 South Maury Road in McBain, or call 231-825-2729.
When it's late, when it's snowing, when you just have to have it. It's nice knowing McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain is open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated with the friendliest cashiers helping to serve your grocery needs. From candy and chips to pop and munchies, McNally's Party Store, they're still keeping it cold. And wishing the McBain Ramblers good luck in tonight's game. That's McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain, open 7 days a week.
McBain Rural Agricultural Schools is looking for the next generation of Ramblers. If you want to give your child the gift of a great education, make McBain Rural Agricultural Schools your school of choice. Every McBain Rambler gets a MacBook or iPad, a strong curriculum, including a variety of vocational programs, great athletics, and access to a brand new state-of-the-art performing arts center. If you want a school that will challenge your child, support your child, and celebrate your child's individuality, visit McBain.org or call 231-825-2165.
And it's a completely different feel of homecoming with the stadium with a small capacity crowd. So there's a strict enforcement of the number of people. McBain faithful and Comets have been able to come out. Well, let's know Scary Hawkeye Band. I'm joined by the famous Jay Simon, who now has his own award after him, the Cool Kicks by Jay Simon. And we'll find out who that will be after both. Also going to have to compare it to the guy. Just to throw on top of you, the homecoming shoes.
So this will be an entire, over the course of the entire night award. Okay, all right. It's good to know. It's good to know. It's my award, but I apparently don't make the rules.
You didn't even make up the award.
Didn't even make up the award.
Hey, I just want to let you know you're listening to a McBain Hardware halftime show. go see Trevor or Tyler or Ron over at McBain Hardware. You can see Trevor there on Mondays unloading the truck, but they have an extensive supply of Milwaukee products. Almost everything is battery operated. All the batteries are interchangeable, high quality, the best on the business. And the famous slogan of McBain Hardware, my brother-in-law likes to say, if they don't have it, then you probably don't need it. So, Jay, you got any first half statistics for me?
Oh, Gary, do I ever. 32-23 is our halftime score. Leading the way for the Northern Michigan Christian Comets is Allie Crick, the senior, with 9 points in that opening quarter, or opening half. Riley Langton had 6 first quarter points. Megan Bennett came alive, put in 4 there in the second quarter. Paige Ebles and Maggie Yount with a bucket apiece to round out the scoring for the Comets, who are 5 of 12 from the charity stripe on the night. Meanwhile, for the Ramblers, they have been paced by Emma Skierbeck, who has a game-high 12 points. Alexis Gildy has 6. Alyssa Bode with 5. Olivia Naderhood with 4. And Eisinga, what's Eisinga's first name?
Maya
Eisinga with 3. Kayla Hooker with 2 to round out the scoring for the Comets. Comets 8 of 11 from the charity stripe, including, and this is key if you're just tuning in, 6 of 6 from the line on technical or intentional fouls. And we will have to catch you up on all that has occurred here in the first half. 4 for 18 from three-point land, as they have not been shy about pulling from distance. Emma Skierbeck with a couple, Olivia Naderhood has 1, and Maya Eisinga has knocked down a triple on the night.
Yeah, so and the story of the game, as you said, has been a bunch of streaks by the Ramblers.
Absolutely. Ramblers started out on an 8-0 run to open the game. An inside bucket by Kaylee Hooker, a couple of threes from Skierbeck and Olivia Naderhood gave the Ramblers an 8-0 lead. Coach Rick Bennett called a timeout. And from that point on, his Comets went on a run of their own, took a 9-8 lead before the Ramblers finally answered to take it back. It went back and forth for the most part until about 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Ramblers would lead 12-11 after the first quarter, by the way, but there was a moment in the second quarter, there was an intentional foul following a bucket call on Comet player for throwing a bit of a Dikembe Mutombo elbow, I guess, during the rebounding phase of the process. Intentional foul gave the Ramblers 2 shots. Bode knocked both down. Ramblers got the ball back. Still only led by a couple at that point, but the real key moment was later in that second quarter with about 2.5 minutes remaining, I think it was, when there was a scrum for the ball. Ramblers had about 6 shots at the basket, couldn't get anything to go down, kept battling, kept getting offensive rebounds. And it's a prime situation, I think, Hawkeye, for the defense to get frustrated, to be upset, because you know the offense is scrapping. You know there's a lot of contact. You know there's a lot of shenanigans going on down low. The officials are doing their best to be on top of it, but no call is coming. Nothing's happening. Alyssa Bode finally going for the loose ball, tripped over the player, collected the ball, passed it off to a Rambler teammate, and as she stood up, she was pushed to the ground by a Comet player. Officials blew the whistle, got together, discussed it, and determined that that act warranted a technical foul and an ejection for that player. During the ensuing discussion between Coach Rich Bennett and that official, Coach Bennett got a little more animated than the official would have liked, and another technical foul was called. And at that point, it sent Emma Skierbeck to the line for 4 free throws. She knocked every one of them down, and the Ramblers would push their lead to 8. It's now standing at 9 as we start the second half. And really, it's that opening burst and that sequence with the 2 technicals toward the end of the second that I think are the real story of this game. The Comets, despite being undersized and not as deep, have really played well in this game.
They played an outstanding game against this McBain Ramblers. And just a little side note for people who don't realize, if you get kicked out of a game, you also have to sit the next game.
Well, that's going to be a tough situation.
Well, we see Callie Hooker back on the game. She already has 3 fouls. She had to come out halfway through the first quarter, so she's been quite cold. But the starters for the Ramblers back on the floor is Alexis Gildy, Olivia Naderhood, Emma Boonstra, Emma Skierbeck, and Callie Hooker. And for the Comets, Maggie Yant, Megan Bennett, Riley Langton, Allie and Anna Roosevelt as shot. On that last play there, Elena Roosevelt trying to run into the hoop. She gets hamstrung. First of the half. Bennett trying to find some space. Not doing it. Gives it to Crick. Crick attacks the basket. Misses it. Trying to go. And they get called off of back. So
the ability to grab that ball, throw it back off the Skierbeck.
There's a pick for Bennett. Bennett gets by Callie Hooker. Ball on the ground, loose ball. She's going to get fouled on that one. Shooting 2, and they're going to give this one on Alexis Gildy. Megan Bennett doing a fantastic job. When she gets that ball down low, she keeps it up high. And really, you have 2 choices. You either follow her or you give up the free shot.
Absolutely. Seems to be an easier thing to teach girls than boys. I don't know how many 6'7" boys I see that pull a rebound down and immediately bring it down to their knees like they think they're going to horse dribble and dunk it from there or something. I'm not sure what they think they're going to do, but it's keep it up high, lay it off the glass. Old school, baby.
Bennett, perfect from the free throw line this half. She's knocked down both of them, cutting into the Ramblers' lead. It's 32-25 Ramblers, 7:21 left in the third quarter. Booster tries to go baseline. She gets fouled by Langton, just a hair late on the rotation by Langton, and she gets bodied.
I think the entire Langton clan is here in the stands, by the way, too, Hawkeye.
Inbound pass to Callie Hooker. Callie Hooker goes on to the basket, gets fouled by Bennett. She'll be shooting 2.
I'm assuming we are right at capacity, whatever capacity is allowed to be tonight. This crowd is bigger than the Manton McBain crowd we had previously.
I don't know. I only counted 371. Callie knocks down the first of 2. 3 points on the game. Bennett only has 2 fouls so far. And she gets a rebound on that miss. Now it's going to be on the ground and loose, and they're going to call it off of Emma Boonstra, fighting hard for it. You know, you wonder if this Comet team will run out of gas towards the end when they are only going 6 deep at this point.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of bench, unfortunately.
And they're really forced to work hard all game against the Ramblers, who can rotate many players in. There's a turnover. Callie Hooker gets the steal, gives it Booster. Booster, baseball ball, has that. Booster misses the layup, rebound by Crick. Crick coming back the other way. Skierbeck was the one that tried to do the baseball pass. Olivia trying to cut off the ball and just couldn't get herself in front of Crick. Quick timeout by Bennett.
Well, honestly, Hawkeye, she did get in front of her. She just didn't do it in legal guarding position.
That is true. 6:48 left in the third quarter. 33-25 Ramblers up. You're listening to the home of McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 CDY.
Parents, if your students want to be college or career ready by the end of high school, CTC is the place to be. I'm Troy from the McBain High School, and the Wexford-Mazaki Career Tech Center is preparing me for the jobs of the future. Students from all over the region can choose up to 14 different career-driven programs, with a free associate's degree available in some programs through the 13th year training. Find out more at WMISD.org at the Career Technical Education Link and see why CTC is the place to be.
And we're back. It's a homecoming night as we have a great battle here between the Northern Michigan Christian Comets and the McBain Ramblers. This has been a seesaw battle so far this game. Comets come in 7-2. McBain coming in at 9-0. And it looks like McBain will have to sub out Olivia Naderhood. Maya Isaac checks in the game for the Ramblers. McBain up 33-25. Gary Hawkeye Vanna joined by the best play-by-play man in the world, Jay Simon.
That exaggeration gets bigger and bigger every time you use it.
Bennett gets the ball down low, goes strong, no good. Langton gets the rebound, batted out from behind by Maya Isaac. It'll be Comets ball underneath the basket. Callie Hooker has switched off of Bennett, leaving her for Gildy. And now it's gone to Alexis Gildy, and Gildy gets the steal. Baseball pass going all the way down. Boonstra up ahead. Boonstra with the easy lay-in. McBain has the largest lead of the game, 35-25 with 6:20.
Another long-distance connection, Skierbeck to Boonstra. This time, no Megan Bennett in the area, and Boonstra able to lay it in.
To get the entry pass into Bennett. Bennett had to fight through Maya Isaac and Alexis Gildy. And when she landed, she got a little bit of a hip, and that would be a foul on the Ramblers. That'll be the third on Gildy. So Gildy with the 3, Hooker with 3. Elena Roosevelt all by herself on the inbound pass. Layup no good. Rebound by Gildy. Comets all over it. Batted away. Stolen by Yacht. Yacht now has it at the top of the key, setting up the Comets offense. Elena Roosevelt, baseline. Nice little pocket pass to Bennett. Bennett loses control and becomes Ramblers ball, and there's a little bit of a scrum down below. There's just girls playing all heart. Everybody wants it. You know, it's not dirty play, it's desire play.
Absolutely. No, I mean, I honestly don't think there's really been anything shenanigan-wise.
Alyssa Bowe going hard against Bennett, but it's partially blocked by Crick. And out of bounds, trying to be saved on that one by Callie Hooker, and she can't do it, so it'll become Comets ball. Crick.
The exception of the technical, of course.
Yes. Jan has it down low into Bennett. Bennett is going to be handcuffed by Maya. Can't get the ball off.
Well, that's going to be the 5th on the Ramblers, Hawkeye, and that's going to, it's probably about the best offense that the Comets could hope for here in the second half. Keep feeding Bennett, get into the bonus, and if she can hit free throws.
Oh, they're going to get the offensive. She was trying to create a little separation from Callie. And one of the problems that Bennett has is when she's so tall, she can't put an arm in someone's shoulder or chest.
No, side of their head is what it looks like.
And
it's tough.
All you have to do is just wiggle ahead a little bit, and you're going to get called on it.
Everybody's getting down below her hips. It's a tough situation to be in.
Skierbeck tries a quick move there, shuffles her feet, and gets called for the travel. Turnover, 5:15 left in the third quarter.
That call brought to you by the travel that no high school player in the universe ever believes is a legitimate call.
But it's still a fine call.
Absolutely.
Skierbeck jumps the pass. She's going to be going coast to coast. Here, Crick. Layup, no, too strong, no good. Off of Yacht, out of bounds. It'll be Ramblers ball underneath. Crick did a great job of running her down, but not following her. I think Skierbeck was expecting a little bit of contact, and that's why she went up stronger than she wanted to. Skierbeck underneath the basket. Ball into Callie Hooker. Hooker over to Boonstra. They find Skierbeck. Wide open 3 ball. Good. 15 points for Skierbeck on the game. Pushes the lead 38-25. McBain looks like they're sagging a little bit into a zone right now. Elena Roosevelt goes hard to the basket against Callie Hooker. She's going to get fouled by Callie. That'll be her 4. Oh, they're going to call an Alyssa Bode.
It's lucky for Kaylee. It would have been her 4th. Instead, it's the 2nd on Bode.
You know, got to look at that. Bennett has 2 fouls so far, and the girls guarding Bennett have 8.
8? I thought you were going to say 43.
I was actually not going to exaggerate.
Gotcha.
This one time. Like when I said you're the greatest play-by-play guy.
You've exaggerated that multiple times.
Roosevelt splits a pair. 38-26. Ramblers are up. 4:32 left. McBain setting up their offense. Skierbeck over to Boonstra at the top of the key. Callie Hooker, they continue to work it. Skip pass over to Maya Isaga. Skierbeck all by herself. 3 ball straight on. Good.
Uh-oh.
Getting ready for a heat check.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if my occasional broadcast partner, Kevin Gregory, was on this, he'd tell you she should shoot the moment she steps over half court the next time she's got the ball.
Maya Isaga gets the rebound, brings up over half court. Under 4 minutes left. Isaac's going to see how big that hole is, and it's not big enough for that 3-ball to go down. Battle down below. They're going to call it off of Bode. 41-26. Ramblers up 15 points, largest lead of the game.
Thought Skierbeck was going to do exactly what I just described, just step into that 3. But actually made a great pass to give Isaga a wide open look, just didn't go down. Can a heat check be transferred? Almost was right there.
Jamie DeCan checks in the game to give Riley Langton a little bit of a break. Allie Crick brings the ball over half court. Gives up to DeCam. DeCam finds Crick in this corner. 18-footer, no good. Rebound by Callie Hookers. Skierbeck's going to push the action a little bit. Now she tries to take Roosevelt off the dribble. She knew Roosevelt wasn't ready, so she drew the contact. And they'll get a foul on Roosevelt.
I think the kids would call that a hezzy dribble, Hawkeye. A little hesitation, slow down, speed up, catch the defender off guard, draws the foul. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what the kids would call it at all.
So, little confusion as NMC only has 4 players on defense. McBain's able to corral a rebound. Emma Boonstra makes another basket. Here comes the Boonstra, and McBain is now starting to get look and maybe trying to break this open a little bit. Bennett gets it down low. Great double team by Bode. No good. Maya Isaac gets the ball, and she's going to bring it up over half court. Under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Skierbeck gives it up to Callie Hooker. She thinks about the 3-ball, thinks better of it. Gives it back up to Maya Isaac. Skierbeck, the NBA 3 range, too strong. Bode gets it, and they're going to call Bode for the hook. And now the Comets are in bonus.
2:48 in the third. That's big news from the Comets. I keep forcing that ball down low to Megan Bennett. See if the Ramblers can defend her without fouling. It's tough to do.
Roosevelt knocks down the first. Ella Schroeder and Taylor Bentham check back into the game. Callie Hooker, she's going to come out, try and keep her safe for the fourth quarter. Emma Skierbeck coming off to the side. She missed that 3-pointer, so I guess it's time to let her get a breather. Roosevelt knocks down both of them. 2:48 left in the third quarter. McBain up 43-28, 15-point lead. Shorter entry pass is stolen by Crick. Crick having a great game. She's coming the other way. Boonstra up ahead. Saves underneath, but Crick steals it. Takes about the 3-ball. Knocks it down. 31-43. Comets close the gap down to 12.
First triple of the game for the Comets, and Allie Crick, what hustle on that play. Lost the ball, stole it back, and then took the open 3.
McBain working hard for the shot right now. Down low to Taylor Bentham. Taylor Bentham going hard against Bennett. Blocked by Bennett. Off Bode. It will be the Comets' ball.
Megan Bennett, for about the 8th time tonight, saying, "This is my block party, and you were not invited."
Comets have the ball top of the key. Roosevelt trying to get it down to Bennett. Not there. Lena Roosevelt goes to the pass, and she's going to get fouled from behind. I think they called that on Schroeder. Riley Langton comes back into the game. Great minutes on that one by DeCamp, as Jamie is going to be taking a little bit of a break. Caitlin Bunson checks in the game for the first time for the Ramblers. 12-point lead for the Ramblers, but these Comets, they've been fighting tough, and they are in the bonus with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Misses the first one. Elena Roosevelt gets her own rebound, gives it up to Crick. Crick, the rebound, no good. Bentham gets it, and she gives it up to Maya Isaga. She's coming over half court. Thinks about the three ball, thinks better of it. Ella Schroeder trapped on that one by Crick. Back up to Maya Isaga. Maya Isaga and Schroeder playing a little bit of catch. Now they're going to let Bud get into the game. Trying to play a little pickle or monkey in the middle, I guess you would call it. Down low pass to Bo. Great. Get fouled. Just about made a three-point attempt.
What a gorgeous pass from Schroeder. Fine boat on the block. Split 2 Comets with a bounce pass. Hawkeye, it was a bounce pass.
It was a thing of beauty. The only thing more beautiful than that is playing in Chuck Taylor's.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with your wife. Was that too easy?
That's another stratosphere.
Too easy? Oh, I got you.
That's
not even on the same chart.
Okay. Right.
I got you. Well played.
Bo knocks down both of them. She's having herself quietly a good game. She only has 5 points, but playing outstanding defense. McBain pushed her lead back up to 14. Crick being guarded by Schroeder. Schroeder gets her hands in there, knocks it out of bounds. Callie Hooker's going to check back into the game for Bode. I think we're going to see a carousel of Bode, Hooker, and Gildy down low on that block. Inbound play to Crick. Crick runs into the trees. How often does Caitlin Budson get called a tree? Gets it out to Langton. Ball's all around. McBain saves it underneath, but they're going to say they dribbled it on the line.
I thought Riley had pulled the trigger there. It had an open look from 15. Maybe just a little out of her comfort zone.
Bennett trying to post up. Can't do it. Inbound pass is batted off of Schroeder. Schroeder hits it off the hands of Crick, and it's now going the other way.
Honestly, would have thought that was off of the Ramblers, but
Coach Brockwood tells them to slow it down as there's less than a minute left in the quarter.
Comets still in their zone defense, Hawkeye, to try to conserve energy, but they do have to come out and challenge the Rambler perimeter players, or else they're not going to get 5-second calls. Ramblers could just sit there.
McBain looked like they took a little bit of the air out of the ball. There goes Butson with the dagger.
That's Schroeder, isn't it?
I thought it was number 3, Butson.
Right up top? That's number 1. She's
Schroeder then with the dagger. My bad call.
It's all right.
Bennett loses control down low. Bentham collects it. Ramblers coming down. Less than 10 seconds left. They're going to be looking for the last shot. Maya Isaga gives it up to Butson. Over to Maya Isaga from the logo at half court. Misses, but after 3, McBain's up 48-31. Sports on the all-new 107.9 CDY.
Dawn Fresh Catering is committed to serving fresh, homemade foods with an emphasis on using the great Abel's meats our customers love. Let Dawn Fresh Catering provide the food for your party or event. At Abel's General Store, you'll find a wide variety of grocery products, clothing, gifts, and of course, our signature meats. Family owned and operated since 1920, hometown service is our specialty. Dawn Fresh Catering in Abel's General Store in beautiful downtown Falmouth.
And we are back. We are getting ready for the fourth quarter for this thriller. 48-31 the Ramblers up. This is Gary Hawkeye Vanna, joined by the greatest announcer in the history of broadcasting, Jay Simon. Jay Simon told me the other day, he goes, Al Michaels who? Zach Wick is back at the studio turning the dials. This is going to be a fantastic fourth quarter. If you have to travel or go anywhere, you can still listen to us online. As thanks to McLean Transmission and Auto Sales, you are able to just go to 1079 CDY, click on the McBain Sports logo, and you will catch this game.
You know, Hawkeye, I coached girls volleyball for 7 years. I think I just eye-rolled you harder than any girl ever did in my coaching career. Claire, I got some eye rolls.
We got another foul, offensive.
Yeah, they're going to get Megan Bennett for trying to create space. She's trying to present herself as a target for her teammates. It's less about Bennett's target and more about her teammates being unable to see past the Rambler defenders.
Yeah, you know, when you get someone that close, girls do, or most players tend to dribble with their head down a little bit. Claire Goodrich in the game for the Ramblers. Emma Skierbeck has the ball at the top of the key. She tries to do a pocket pass, but there was a little miscommunication out of bounds. It will be the Comets ball as Jamie DeCam brings the ball in against Crick. Crick a little surprised to see Goodrich there. Able to break that token press there.
If Crick was a couple inches taller, she could have turned around and witnessed seeing Goodrich there.
Crick loses control of the ball on the far side. Great defense by Butson as they create the turnover. Rambler ball. 7:15 left in the fourth quarter or in the game. McBain up 48-31. Another turnover. 2 straight turnovers for the Ramblers. Comets getting ready to work their way back into this game. Crick being harassed by Goodrich. Blows by Goodrich. Goes hard into Callie. Gets a charge. Tough call or tough decision for Callie when you have that many fouls on you to stand in there to take a charge.
Yeah, and Hooker was there for about an eternity in basketball sense. Arms extended, waiting for Crick to come down the lane when she beat Goodrich.
Yeah.
At that point, you're just hoping Goodrich doesn't get around. If she does get around you, she gets around you. But instead, the contact came, and she picks up the foul.
Hey, we want to remind everyone to stay around for the Kelly's Pizza and Grill halftime show. It'll be our post-game shows will be a unique one because we are actually going to have a second game on the slate tonight as the boys will be taking place after this. And Jay, the greatest play-by-play man in the universe, right behind Moses, telling us the stories of the Bible, will be doing the boys game. So you want to stay around for that, but you don't want to leave now because we have lots of great action. We also want to thank some of the other sponsors, Pluger Mechanical, McBain Hardware, Northern Truck Service, and Judy K. Gildy.
There are going to be some very disappointed listeners in our doubleheader tonight. But that, hopefully they'll listen in just to see if your hype was correct, right?
Under 7 minutes left in the game. McBain up 48-31. Skierbeck gets it over to Claire Goodrich. Goodrich thinks the ball. She's going to take a little bit of the air out of the ball, making the Comets move it around. And there's another missed pass down the sidelines.
Goodrich wasn't looking. She was heading to her assignment on that play, and the motion offense was running to her spot. And Emma Skierbeck thought she was open, tried to hit her with a pass, and Goodrich never even looked at her. Student section really wants Goodrich to pull from 3 when she gets that ball in that left wing.
Crick brings the ball over the court. Now runs into a Boonster, then runs into a Skierbeck, and literally runs into him. Maggie Yant has the ball. She's trying to find some space. Great switching by the Ramblers. Finally, she gets bodied by Boonstra as she's going baseline. That'll be a foul. She'll be shooting 1-1. Or is it? Yeah, still 1-1. I'm surprised it's not the double bonus as quickly as we got to 1-1.
It's been a little while. Boonstra's third. That's the 5th Rambler to get to the 3 foul mark.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor. So with 6:23 left in the game, McBain is up 48-31. You're listening to home of McBain Sports on the all-new 1079 CDY.
Huttinga Electric of Cadillac is your trusted and expert electric contractor, providing you with only quality services. We've always sought to provide you with reliable services because your satisfaction is our top priority. Locally owned and operated, Huttinga Electric is your local choice for electrical contracting, specializing in residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural electrical projects. We're licensed and insured for your protection. Call Huttinga Electric at 231-779-4699 today.
And we're back. Gary Hawkeye Vanna joined by Jay Simon as there's just about 6.5 minutes left in the game. McBain is up 48-31. It has been a seesaw battle for most of the game. McBain has finally started to get a little bit of a lead here, but the way these teams are playing, you think the game's 0-0, and they're still playing from the opening tip.
Yeah, if there's one thing the Comets have, it's heart. They're not going to go away. They are going to play to the final buzzer. But really, right now, it's tough for Coach Bennett. Only 2 players to bring off the bench at the moment.
Yeah, it makes the free throw. Rebound by Callie Hooker. McBain's in business. Blair Goodrich thinks about the 3-ball, gives it up, and passes back out to Maya Eisenga. Bounce pass to Butson. There's Goodrich all by herself. 3 balls up. Just off. Rebounded by Roosevelt, coming back the other way.
Well, that made the student section happy.
Crick gets the ball to Bennett. Bennett at the free throw line extended. Goes off the dribble, going hard against Callie Hooker. Can't get it off. Great defense by Hooker as McBain is able to get the possession and bring the ball up. McBain swings the ball all the way around. Caitlin Butson looking for the 3-ball. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Riley Langton. We have an injury on the floor, but it looks like things are going to work out okay.
Yeah, I think Bennett might have come down on the edge of a shoe. Just wears that ankle-based ankle and might have come down a little awkwardly, a little tweak. Hopefully she's all right.
Well, how would we ever know? She is so tough down there.
She wouldn't.
Such a baller.
She would not tell you, that's for sure.
All right, Crick comes on over. Goodrich with quick hands. Almost gets out Crick's hand. But Goodrich finally gets picked. Crick going all the way. They're going to get the hoop and the harm, and that should be on Callie Hooker, I believe. No, they're going to call that one on Alexis Gildy. And that's her 5th.
Has a nice job there by Elena Roosevelt to set that back pick on Goodrich to free up Crick. And then no other Rambler picked up Crick on her way to the tin.
I think Alexis confused. She didn't realize the foul was against her. And then they recalculated and said there's only 4 for Alexis.
Yeah, I only had 3, but I'm often behind on the fouls, so.
All right, so everything's settled. Gildy, 4 fouls. Crick shooting them from the line. Makes the first.
That's the only, right? 3-point play?
That's right. That was the only.
I was going to say, don't give her another one. We saw that in a boys game not long ago.
McBain up by 14, 48-34. Maya Isaac has the ball on the far side. Gives up to Goodrich. Goodrich has just been playing great defense. McBain playing catch on the outside. Dribble drive down low to Goodrich. Goodrich is trapped. She gets it back out of jail and into Maya Isaac. Gildy with the 3-ball. Strong back iron, no good. Bounced around. It's on the floor. Timeout by Coach Bronkema to save the possession. 4:51 left in the game. McBain up 48-34. You're listening to the home of McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 CDY.
When it's late, when it's snowing, when you just have to have it. It's nice knowing McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain is open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated with the friendliest cashiers helping to serve your grocery needs. From candy and chips to pop and munchies, McNally's Party Store, they're still keeping it cold. And wishing the McBain Ramblers good luck in tonight's game. That's McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain, open 7 days a week.
And we are back. It is homecoming. A little bit of a different atmosphere as we have a limited crowd size. But we are still be able to enjoy this game. Want to let you know you're listening to 107.9 CDY. I'm Gary Hawkeye Van, joined by Jay Simon. Zach Wiggins back in the studio doing everything to keep the train on the rails. McBain up 48-34 in the fourth quarter. It'll be McBain's ball underneath the basket. Under 5 minutes left in the game. Foul trouble. McBain has 3 players in foul trouble. Callie Hooker, Alexis Gildy, and Alyssa Bode. The Comets only have 1. That's Megan Bennett. So keep an eye on that. Living Neighborhood back in the game. First time this half she's in there. Maya Isaga, 3-ball, no good. Or Gildy with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Isaga. Down low to Gildy. Gildy, free throw line extended, no good. Balls bounce around. All over the place, and it looks like they're going to get the foul on Callie Hooker in the scrum. I believe that'll be her 4th.
That's what I've got.
So Callie Hooker with 4, Alexis Gildy with 4, and Alyssa Bode probably only with 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was 4.
Olivia Naderhood has 4. Alyssa Bode I have with 3, and I also have Emma Boonstra with 3. .423 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Hawkeye, and the Ramblers have yet to score.
Well, they're going to try and alleviate that a little bit by bringing Emma Skierbeck back into the game. As she has the game high on points. I think she has, what, 18?
She does.
And that's not even up there. I just want to let you know.
It was. You lie.
Second shot, no good. Callie Hooker with the rebound. 4:21 left in the game. McBain up by 14. It's anybody's ball game at this place as the Comets are in double bonus. McBain with 3 players with 4 fouls. Livy Neighborhood from the corner, wide open. Short ironed it, no good. Rebound on that one. Off the hands of Callie Hooker. As we have a timeout by the Comets. We're going to keep it here for this timeout. And we want to thank the people that make this game happen and all the broadcasts throughout the season. This COVID year, you got to get a lot of love because you can't get into the game very easily. So they're making sure that you still know all the action. So give a big shout out to Ebel's General Store, McNally's Party Store, McBain Lake City Family Pharmacy, SRM Concrete, Western Mosaki CTC, McBain Auto Service, Ina Store, McBain Rural Agricultural School, Huntington Electric, Northern Michigan Christian Schools, Burkholder Family Funeral Home, Lnj Meat Market, and Grill, McBain Hardware, Truck Service, Mechanical, McLean Transmission, Theom, Judy K. Gildy, and Core Design. You know what you got to love about a small town like this? The way the community rallies around the schools.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Couldn't do these broadcasts without our partners, and we are grateful for each and every one of them. .406 left in the game after the timeout. Drew Brockman sets up the press. McBain up by 14. Living Neighborhood is going to play safety. Try to get the pass up in the Skierbeck, knocked out by, or pass into Crick, knocked out by Skierbeck. Down with Maggie to the sideline. Passes into Bennett. Bennett picks up her dribble, throws the ball away, intercepted by Naderhood. McBain coming back the other direction. Naderhood up, or excuse me, Skierbeck up by herself. 3-ball in and out, rebounded by Bode. Bode breaks the ice and gets the first points of the quarter, 50-34. Crick trying to bring the ball up, gets bumped by Skierbeck. This game, Crick is more like a pinball than anything else, the way she's bouncing around off the bumpers. I tell you what, and she's fearless. She plays hard, drives where she needs to drive, and when contact comes, the NBA level should get that call all the time.
And she's smooth.
She is. Again, like I said, I mean, as far as I know, if you have the hands in the air and you basically hip check, that's still a foul. If you don't have legal defensive position, right? She's just been unfortunately unable to get that call. I think we're going to get a lane violation. So that free throw will not count. Crick will get another shot. Or that miss will not count, I should say.
Rebound on that one by Naderhood. He gives up to Skierbeck. Skierbeck settles down, gets the ball under control. 3:40 left in the game. McBain Ramblers up by 15, 50-35. Naderhood trying to take Jan off the dribble. Backdoor pass to Bo. Bo makes another basket. That's 4 points for Bo in the quarter and 4 points for the Ramblers in the quarter. NMC gets the ball in quickly before McBain can set up the press.
Ramblers are trying to put this away with this push, with this defensive pressure.
Callie Hooker finishes strong. 54-35. Push the lead up to 19. Timeout by Bennett. 3:04 left in the game. McBain up 54-35. You're listening to the home of McBain Sports on the all-new 107.9 CDY.
SRM Concrete is family-owned and all about community. That's why they're supporting this broadcast. SRM Concrete was founded in 1999 with one singular goal: to provide superior ready-mix concrete service for your commercial and residential projects. With locations across northern and central lower Michigan, there's an SRM Concrete near you. From order to on-time delivery, the SRM Concrete team guarantees you'll be thrilled. Quality concrete, unmatched service. That's SRM Concrete.
And we're back. It's homecoming night, and the ladies got to go first. Ladies first is just chivalrous. And we've had a fantastic battle. McBain, like you said, looking to put the game away here with the full court press. Up 54-35. This is Gary Hawkeye Vanna, joined by the greatest man ever born.
All right, okay. I'm going to have to ask you
Simon
to dial it back now. We've officially some kind of invisible line with the accolades. I know you were trying to see how far you could go until I responded. I gotta stop you there. All
right, McBain coming out with the trap press. Right now, there's a 1-2-2 press. Cricket's over the line, and then she's gonna get the block on Maya Eisinga.
Yeah, Eisinga trying to beat her to the spot, just didn't quite get there.
2:54 left in the game. Ramblers up 54-35. Comets are in the double bonus, and McBain is in the single bonus. Now, mind you, you realize that the last game of the regular season, these two teams will face each other again across the road.
That they will.
Allie Crick knocked down the first one.
Well, and the thing is, too, it just benefits NMC playing in the Highland Conference, taking on these tough D3 schools, because they play D4 in the postseason. And you look at last year, they finished just 7-9 in the Highland Conference as Crick knocks down the second. They were 14-9 overall, but they were 7-9 in the Highland Conference. They were awaiting Bel Air in the regional finals when the season was canceled last year.
Exactly right. District title under their belt. They beat Suttons Bay with the all-time leading scorer in Suttons Bay's history.
Maggie Yount's going to pick up another one.
I think that was a fatigue foul.
It is, and that's, that's a great call. Best color analyst in the business. When you get tired, that's what happens. The arms start to extend. You try to slow down with the hands, and that's a no-no.
Olivia Naderhood takes advantage of the first offering. We're going to do an announcer jinx. Looking to push the lead to 20 here on this one. And she does. 57-27, 2:42 left in the fourth quarter.
I didn't think there was any chance that ball would go in.
McBain still with the 1-2 trapping press. Crick trying to get over half court. Gets past Quick to find Scareback going up to the layup. Good. Game high 20 points for Scareback. Maggie splits, goes through the middle, gets it down on the right of Langton. Langton gets too excited, takes an extra step on the free layup. And she's called for the travel.
I thought that was just a long right-left finish. No dribble, true, but thought you could still do that.
Turner on the ball. Here comes Crick. Crick against Scareback. Skyler spin around. Blocked by Scareback.
Wowzers. What a move. I know Scareback's got some height on her, but elevated directly straight up and then just reached out with that right arm, tapped it away.
Bennett facing 3 Ramblers there. Unable to get the shot. Bounced off the hands of Langton on the rebound. It's going to be going the other way.
I'm going to say Isinga was in the area. That was a quadruple team. I think we just saw our first quadruple teaming of the game.
I think we did. And Megan Bennett comes out of the game, and Jamie DeCam checks in with less than 2 minutes left. I was about to say, at Megan Bennett's height with the ball up high, is my Isinga really a quadruple team if you don't even see her fingernails?
I realized Bennett wasn't aware of her, but that doesn't mean she wasn't in the area.
Okay. McBain running the weave on top. Scareback with the floater. Too strong, no good. Bounced off of Roosevelt, out of bounds. Ramblers ball underneath. Minute 37 left. McBain up by 21, 58-37. It's been a hawk ball battle. It's just the Comets ran out of gas near the end. And they had to play shorthanded.
Yeah, just a tough matchup for the Comets. Losing the one player because of the ejection combined with the shallower bench just made a very difficult situation. I give them a lot of credit. They really battled through most of that first half.
Yes, they did. Checking the game for the Ramblers now. Number 11, Sydney Hooker. Number 1, Ella Schroeder. Number 23, Emily Gildy. Number 12, Reese Insing. And number 3, Caitlin Butson. DeCam misses the first. Minute 30 left. Ramblers are up 58-37. Olivia Naderhood had fouled out of the game, so to keep Bronkema happy, just brought all 5 off. DeCam makes the second one and it gets a round of applause from the bench. Butson brings the ball over half court. Closely guarded by Crick. Gives it up to Hooker. That's Sydney Hooker. Gives it back to Butson. Butson working her way around the wave. She's looking to dribble some time off. Gives it up to Schroeder. Schroeder splits the middle, tries to go to the trees. Blocked by Roosevelt. Loose ball. Somehow she gets it back, but she steps on the line. Just a feisty little play down low. We're in less than a minute in the game right now. Ramblers up 58-38. Still a bit of a press there. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Comets will have the ball underneath their own bucket. Inbound pass to Crick. Crick into the lane all by herself. Layup too strong. Langton with the rebound. Blocked from behind by Bunsen. Ball is being bounced around there. Finally get the foul on Elena Roosevelt. She'll be shooting 2. Ella Schroeder gets called on the foul. Roosevelt knocks down the first. She goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. 58-40, Ramblers are up. Less than a minute in this game. Butson brings it over the timeline. Trying to get around Crick. Crick still playing full speed. Crick with the steal. She's going to look to go coast to coast. Reese Sing Sing trying to play some defense on her. The rotation's late. You get the hoop and the hom.
What a play by Allie Crick. Being ridden on her hip the whole way to the rim. Got that ball up on the glass. Actually, didn't even touch the glass. Got that up over the right side of the rim to go. Pulling the mask down momentarily to try and gasp for air.
Yeah, she's had to do a yeoman's effort this whole
Allie Crick in this fourth quarter.
And she completes a traditional three-point play. 58-43, Ramblers up by 15, less than 30 seconds left in the game.
9 points for Crick in this quarter.
Cindy has the ball at the top of the key, gives it up to Butson. Butson gives over to Reese Sing Sing. Reese fakes a shot, gives it back to Butson. Butson just pulls it back out to kill some more time. We're down to 10 seconds. McBain just wants to run the weave at this point. There's Butson down low. Butson misses the layup, battle for the ball. Finally taken by Yant, and that's the game. McBain Ramblers are victorious 58-43 on homecoming night. But don't go away because we have a whole nother matchup. And we have the Kelly's Pizza and Grill post-game show. You're listening to the home of the McBain Ramblers on the all-new 107.9 CDY.
We've all been there. We rely on our vehicles more than ever to get us where we need to go, safe and sound. McBain Auto Service is open Monday through Friday and are fully licensed and insured to serve you. With over 50 years combined experience, they specialize in everything from brakes to engine repair with no job too big or small. Stop in for a safety inspection. McBain Auto Service, located at 9438 South Maury Road in McBain, or call 231-825-2729.
Hey, Northern Michigan, Dean Smalligan here from the Ina store. We've been your Northern Michigan Case IH dealer for decades, and now we're your Case Construction full-line dealer as well. So whether you're driving a red Farmall tractor or a backhoe painted Case Power Tan, we're your source for Case Construction and Case IH ag equipment, parts, and service. For up north, support for your Case and Case IH equipment, call us here at the Ina store in beautiful downtown Ina.
Northern Michigan Christian Schools in McBain is a Christ-centered learning environment run by parents rather than a church. It's an excellent Christian education for pre-K through 12th grade and currently serves more than 290 students. To find out more information, go to www.nmcs.us or call 231-825-2492. Again, that's 231-825-2492. Northern Michigan Christian School, believing that each student is uniquely gifted and a blessed child of God. In the small town of McBain lies a locally owned family pharmacy that takes pride in helping improve the health of every patient that comes through the door. At McBain Family Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. Here, you're family, and their experienced team of professionals are always available to answer any questions you may have regarding prescription and over-the-counter medications. McBain Family Pharmacy is your full-service family pharmacy for both traditional and compound medications. Call them today at 231-825-8175. That's 231-825-8175. Or stop by their store, located at 119 North Roland Street in McBain.
Making the final arrangements for a loved one is never easy. At Burkholder Family Funeral Home in McBain, they can help you get through the process one step at a time. Serving the families in McBain and the surrounding communities for over 40 years, they take pride in providing exceptional services that families can actually afford. The caring and compassionate staff at Burkholder Family Funeral Home can help ease the burden. Burkholder Family Funeral Home. Visit them today at 211 North Pine Street in McBain or call 231-825-8191.
Lnj Meat Market offers fresh, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken, specializing in Misaki-made sausages and jerky. Lnj Meat Market is a true family operation headed up by Tim and Sandy Genema. Whether you need a hog roast or fresh brats and burgers for grilling, they're here to serve you. Check out Lnj Meat Market, 4 miles south of Lake City on M66, or call 231-839-2176. That's 231-839-2176.
FIAM is family, and like sports, FIAM is also teamwork. As a stable Cadillac area employer, FIAM has supported area families for over 40 years. FIAM is proud to support this McBain Ramblers broadcast. At FIAM, we don't like to toot our own horn. But FIAM has the best employees in the Cadillac area, and you are appreciated. FIAM is family.
And we're back. Homecoming night as the McBain Ramblers win 58-43. And we're getting ready for the boys right afterwards. This is Gary Hawkeye Vanna, joined by Jay Simon, one of two people in the history to walk on water. Now, we are going to go through the post-game shows. Do you have any post-game statistics to share with us from that victory by the Ramblers?
Do I? Wait, did I use that at halftime? I did use that at halftime. Shoot. Hate when I repeat myself. Yes, Hawkeye, I absolutely have some core design final statistics for you right here on my bright orange clipboard that I have used for all 12 of my broadcasting career. For the Comets, they were paced by Allie Crick. We talked about Allie all game long. Great ball handler, really ran the show for the Comets. Just an absolute yeoman's effort, as you said, on both ends of the floor, both offensively, defensively. She had to do a lot to keep the show running for the Comets on the offensive end. And she pours in a game-high 21 points to pace the Comets. Meanwhile, Megan Bennett and Riley Langton each finished with 6 down low on the inside. Elena Roosevelt finishes 5 of 9 from the free throw line for her 5 points. Paige Ebels with a bucket and Jamie DeCam with a free throw to round out the scoring for the Comets, who go 18 of 32 from the free throw line on the game. Meanwhile, the Ramblers got just 2 players in double digits, but Emma Skierbeck finishes with 20 points, 4 from downtown, 4 buckets from downtown. Including a 9-point second quarter when the Ramblers began to pull away late in that quarter. Also getting into double figures, Alyssa Bode finishes with 11. 6 apiece for Alexis Gildy and Olivia Naderhood. 5 for Kaylee Hooker. Maya Eisinga knocked one down from distance, as did Schroeder. Ella Schroeder, to finish with 3 points apiece. And that rounds out the scoring for the Ramblers, who go 13 of 17 from the free throw line. Good effort from the line for McBain. 7 of 30 from downtown. Don't expect me to do that for the boys game. I can't keep track if I'm calling play-by-play. You'll have to do that.
I'll try and do my best on that. And then just one little correction.
Sure. Callie Hooker, my bad. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Post-game awards, and we're going to keep it quick here. I hope you had this ready because there were some fine plays on both ends, and it does not have to be. This is a McBain broadcast, evenly broadcast, so when we do the final award, it will actually be for both teams.
Gotcha.
But I want to remind everyone, you're listening to the Kelly's Pizza and Grill post-game show, and we are getting ready for the Judy K. Gildy Pitcher Perfect Play of the Game. What you got there, Jay?
Well, I tell you, there were a number of great hustle plays by both teams. A lot of breakaway opportunities and good defensive hustle. And this might be recency bias, but I got to go with it. And it's the Emma Skierbeck LeBron James-like chase down block on Allie Crick, in that fourth quarter. Crick got away, heading to the rim on the left side, and Emma Skierbeck elevated and rejected it with the right hand out of bounds to stop the layup attempt. That is my Judy K. Gildy Judy K. Gildy photography picture perfect play of the game.
Fantastic job on that play. Great defense by Emma Skierbeck. And we've seen that highlight a couple other times, but once again, it's always fun to watch. While we're going through this, we're going to go to the very last award here. This one's brought to you by Lnj Meat Market. We want to know your 2, 1 from each team, Hawkeye players of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hawkeye, I don't like to go chalk, but it's hard not to in a game where you had 2 primary ball handlers who had the main responsibility for controlling the ball for their teams, bringing it up the floor, keeping things under control when they had to exit the game. In one case, it was rarely. The team, I wouldn't say struggled, but the teams definitely had a lot more issues in terms of trying to take care of the ball. They led their teams in scoring, and they were the heart and soul of both teams. It's a pretty easy one for me. From the Comets, senior Allie Crick, and for the Ramblers, junior Emma Skierbeck, both with 20-plus points, 21 for Crick, 20 for Skierbeck. Those are your Lnj Meat Market Hawkeye players of the game.
Well, congratulations to both of the ladies. Congratulations to the Lady Ramblers on their 58-43 victory. As they keep the record perfect, 10-0. They play again Monday against Ross Common. But the next broadcast that we have will be in about 7 minutes, as we have the boys coming up next. I just want to thank Zach Wiggins for just to be in the presence of Jay Simon.
Oh, for the love of
I got to tell you that I had to put suntan lotion because I was so close to the brilliance during that game. This is Gary Hawkeye Band, joined by Jay Simon. Zach Wiggins back at the studio. You have been listening to the home of McBain Sports on 107.9 CDY.
McBain Rural Agricultural Schools is looking for the next generation of Ramblers. If you want to give your child the gift of a great education, make McBain Rural Agricultural Schools your school of choice. Every McBain Rambler gets a MacBook or iPad, a strong curriculum, including a variety of vocational programs, great athletics, and access to a brand new state-of-the-art performing arts center. If you want a school that will challenge your child, support your child, and celebrate your child's individuality, visit McBain.org or call 231-825-2165.
Parents, if your students want to be college or career ready by the end of high school, CTC is the place to be. I'm Troy from the McBain High School, and the Wexford-Mazaki Career Tech Center is preparing me for the jobs of the future. Students from all over the region can choose up to 14 different career-driven programs, with a free associate's degree available in some programs through the 13th year training. Find out more at WMISD.org at the Career Technical Education Link and see why CTC is the place to be.
Dawn Fresh Catering is committed to serving fresh, homemade foods with an emphasis on using the great Abel's meats our customers love. Let Dawn Fresh Catering provide the food for your party or event. At Abel's General Store, you'll find a wide variety of grocery products, clothing, gifts, and of course, our signature meats. Family owned and operated since 1920, hometown service is our specialty. Dawn Fresh Catering in Abel's General Store in beautiful downtown Falmouth.
Huttinga Electric of Cadillac is your trusted and expert electric contractor, providing you with only quality services. We've always sought to provide you with reliable services because your satisfaction is our top priority. Locally owned and operated, Huttinga Electric is your local choice for electrical contracting, specializing in residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural electrical projects. We're licensed and insured for your protection. Call Huttinga Electric at 231-779-4699 today.
When it's late, when it's snowing, when you just have to have it. It's nice knowing McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain is open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated with the friendliest cashiers helping to serve your grocery needs. From candy and chips to pop and munchies, McNally's Party Store, they're still keeping it cold. And wishing the McBain Ramblers good luck in tonight's game. That's McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain, open 7 days a week.
SRM Concrete is family-owned and all about community. That's why they're supporting this broadcast. SRM Concrete was founded in 1999 with one singular goal: to provide superior ready-mix concrete service for your commercial and residential projects. With locations across northern and central lower Michigan, there's an SRM Concrete near you. From order to on-time delivery, the SRM Concrete team guarantees you'll be thrilled. Quality concrete, unmatched service. That's SRM Concrete.
And good Friday evening. Welcome back to the gym here at McBain High School. Second game of our doubleheader here on 107.9 CDY Highland Conference. The McBain Ramblers and their crosstown rivals, the Northern Michigan Christian Comets, are about to go at it boys style. The girls open things up tonight. The Ramblers coming away with a 58-43 win over the Comets. And now we will get a look at the NMC Comets under the head coaching of rookie head coach, first-year head coach Kyle Bentham, a former Comet himself, and not too many years removed, to be completely honest with you, because, quick aside, well, I'll tell this story in just a second. Alongside my longtime broadcast partner, good friend, and all-around Renaissance man, Gary Hawkeye Vanna. I am merely Jay Simon. My son, Alexander, back in 2000 and, I want to say this was 2012. I think he was 13. would accompany me to games. Might have been actually earlier than this. Could have been like 2011 or 12. He might have been like 12 years old. Would accompany me to games that I was broadcasting. I was also helping out at the Cadillac News, and he used to shoot pictures using my camera that we would then take back, and Mark View would go through, and my son got a few of his shots in the Cadillac Evening News sports section and photo credit. What was weird was they always tended to be, all his best shots ended up being Kyle Bentham. And the running joke was that Kyle was paying my son a little something on the side in order to get his photograph on the front page whenever NMC would. We've come full circle as Kyle Bentham now in the shirt and tie on the sideline, the head coach now, first year for the Northern Michigan Christian Comets. Ramblers come into this contest under head coach Bruce Koopman. I'm sorry, I did not use his official title. Veteran head coach Bruce Koopman. They are a perfect 9-0 on the season, as they have had little trouble all year long. Their closest win back on February 12th. They won that one 47-37. They have not been put 4 points in a game other than that one against Kings 70 mark on 5 different occasions. Meanwhile, the Comets come into this contest an impressive 8-1, falling for the first time on the second to Manton on the road. That one a 57-41 setback. So Kyle Bentham staff doing a very nice job. There's some very good talent on this Comet basketball team. Of course, everybody listening in likely familiar with the Ramblers. Brought back all of their junior starters from last year. They're all senior starters now. And of course, Coach Koopman, I don't believes in cutting, so he's got a deep bench as well, and he's not afraid to go 10-11 deep in a particular game. This Bentham-led Comet squad is young. There are a number of sophomores on the roster. There's one freshman on the roster, that being Ethan Bennett. But there are some names you'll recognize here as well. Trevin Winkle, a junior. Brant Winkle, a sophomore. Isaac Bowden, whose older brother Silas had played for these Comets last year as well. You've got Eisengas here. You've got a Lancer. You've got a Van Heitzma. You've got a Hooker. So all the same names that you hear at NMC and often here in McBain are on this Comet roster as well. This is not a team to overlook. Trevin Winkle, a significant contributor last year and probably one of the most dangerous players on this Comet roster. McBain won both contests last year, a 57-35 win on December 19th, and then won at NMC 50-34 in a rescheduled game on February 26th. The PA announcer, the Hall of Famer, Harv Lucas, is going to give us the national anthem again. We'll keep it right here and see if we can hear the McBain highlighters sing the national anthem. That's a lovely rendition. I tell you what, those young kids can definitely warble. Like giving away my age.
Did you hear Alex's voice in there?
Did I hear? I did. I did. Absolutely. Northern Michigan Christian and McBain about to tip off this Highland Conference varsity boys basketball contest here on 107.9 CDY. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. Zach Wiggins turning the dials for us back in the studio, and we are getting the starting lineups for these teams. Hawkeye, would you like to rattle them off?
No.
All right, I'll do it for you.
No.
For the Comets, they will run out senior Nick Hooker along with senior. Sorry about that. Got a little bit of a blip.
So we got.
I'll let you know again. We've got Nick Hooker, Andrew Eisinga, both seniors. I mentioned the junior Trevin Winkle. Blake DeZoo is a sophomore, and Jonas Lancer, a junior. Your starters for the Comets. Hawkeye, the Ramblers, the usual suspects.
Your usual suspects is correct. Number 3, Caden McGillis. Number 10, Connor Murphy. Number 12, Grayson Verberkmos. Number 20, Mason Hooker. And number 34, Daniel Rodenbaugh.
This has been your Pluger Mechanical pregame show. Licensed and insured for new installations, HVAC services, and light plumbing. Call Aaron or his brother Brad at 231-282-3194. That's 231-282-3194. Coming to you live from the Northern Truck Service booth. Those were your core design starting lineups. Our sincere thanks to all of our broadcast partners for allowing us to bring you tonight's broadcasts. Well, Hawkeye 9-0 versus 8-1 should be a good one. This is one of the few teams in the Highland I think can look the Ramblers in the eye.
Literally, yes, you're right. As they, the Dutch seem to have quite a hike out there, especially Blake DeZoo, kind of maybe looking a little bit down on Mason Hooker.
Coach 7 years at Northern Michigan Christian. My second year, I had to grow a beard. You couldn't tell I was the coach in the middle of all those 5'10" and higher girls. They have size at NMC without question. Comets with the ball, and there's a steal right away. Pass picked off by Rodenbaugh across the lane for Verberkmos, who lays it in with the left hand. Quick 2-0 start for the Ramblers. As I was saying, Comets going left to right across your radio dials, the visitors, with possession to start. There's a quick turnaround jumper, smooth from Trevin Winkle, who sinks it.
Trevor Winkle making his debut as a freshman against McBain Ramblers, and he had 16 points his very first game, last game of the season, and he's showing that he's still developing.
Connor Murphy misses the 3 on the one end, and the Comets coming the other way. Here's driving baseline, left-handed shot, tough from Blake DeZoo, off the side of the backboard. Here come the Ramblers, quickly the other way, right to left. McGillis out to Hooker for 3, front iron. And the rebound pulled down by Verberkmos, battling inside, elevates and lays it in.
Verberkmos with fantastic body control on that one, as he didn't release it at the peak, but he released it when the lane was free to throw it up off the backboard.
4-2 McBain, 6:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Looking down low for DeZoo is Jonas Lancer. DeZoo will take the long 2 from the left hand. No good. McGillis skying for the rebound. Quickly up ahead to Hooker on the left wing. Hooker, one dribble, skip pass for Verberkmos. They'll swing it around. McGillis now will try the 3 on the left wing. Back iron. Verberkmos, another rebound. Little shovel pass for McGillis on the left block. His bucket no good. McGillis gets it back, turns, elevates, and makes the little 3-foot jumper. 6-2 Ramblers, 6-14 remaining here in the opening quarter. Comets wearing their road maroon uniforms with white and gold trim as DeZoo working against Hooker at the top of the key. Swings it over to Winkle on the right wing against McGillis. He'll pull for 3. Front of the iron is no good and skips out of bounds into the Rambler bench. And we are going to get a quick Kyle Bentham timeout. Every timeout in the COVID age is full, but we'll keep it right here. 6-2, Ramblers with the early lead here at McBain High School. 107.9 CDY boys basketball action brought to you in part by Burkholder Family Funeral Home, the Ina Store, Northern Michigan Christian School, and the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center. Our sincere thanks to each and every one of our broadcast partners. Couldn't do it without them. They also include McBain Transmissions, who are allowing us to bring you streaming. You can head over to 1079cdy.com, click the Rambler logo on the right-hand side, and you can listen to us on YouTube, anywhere where you've got a solid internet connection. Our sincere thanks to McBain Transmissions. For anything transmission related, for quality used cars, call 231-779-1394. 779-1394. That's McBain Transmissions on La Chance Road. 5:57 remaining here in the opening quarter, 6-2 McBain. They will inbound after the timeout. Connor Murphy putting in his entry for the Shoe Award, brings it over the timeline. McGillis right wing as the Comets go into his zone defense. McGillis pump fake, lefty dribble to the free throw line, kick out Verberkmos. He'll pull for three from the left wing, and it's good. Grayson Verberkmos with a quick 7 gives the Ramblers a 9-2 lead with 5.5 to go here in the first. Cut off and picking up his dribble is Brant Winkle, who is checked into the game for the Comets. Curling, Nick Hooker trying to go baseline is going to pick up the foul. And Brant Winkle also. Are those New Balance?
Those are New Balances.
I don't think I've seen oh, why is his name falling on my head? Former Raptor, current Clipper. Kawhi Leonard, yeah. I'm assuming the Kawhi Leonard shoe. One's kind of yellow, the other a little pale orange. Splitting the pair is Nick Hooker. And it's a 9-3 Rambler lead. Connor Murphy through the block M at midcourt. Here's Verberkmos on the right wing. One left-handed dribble to Connor Murphy. Down on the baseline to McGillis. McGillis gets inside, elevates, and lays it in front of Trevin Winkle.
He took that position with authority when he got on the baseline.
He sure did. Caden McGillis and Grayson Verberkmos now lead the Comets 11-3. Inside 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Trevin Winkle picks up the bounce pass, looking on the baseline for Dezou. Dezou will get called for the travel. Trying to create some space inside of McGillis. And Dezou took the extra step. Turnover will give it to the Ramblers. For Verberkmos, we'll give it back to Murphy. Murphy into the corner for Hooker. Thought about the three, gives it right elbow. Swung around McGillis on the left baseline, cut off nicely by Dezou. Double teamed, skip pass for Murphy. Back to Verberkmos, thought about the three. Into the corner for McGillis. Out to Murphy, who's open for three. Back iron. McGillis skying, tap. Verberkmos with a nice look for Hooker on the right block, who lays it up and in. Verberkmos looked like he was going to turn and fire that. Saw Hooker wide open and smartly made a beautiful pass. It's a 13-3 Rambler lead.
That's one of those famous shot passes where the whole defense thinks you're shooting, but it's actually a pass. Usually when I do that, usually my offensive player thinks I'm shooting too.
Trevin Winkle lost the handle. Nice drive on the baseline by Brant Winkle, who finds Jonas Lancer all alone for a little 10-foot running right-hander. And now here's a steal by Lancer as he gets the Comets an extra possession. Quickly over the timeline, Trevin Winkle into the corner.
Seth Van Heitzen has the ball down in the corner.
Got it down to Brant Winkle. And now
number 10, White is first. Team number 2 for the half.
Seth Van Heitzma in the game.
I thought Seth was number 14. Maybe I made a mistake.
No, Seth's number 24, according to my sheet. Brant Winkle's number 14, unless we've got something wrong. Actually, there is a Winkle on the bench, according to his shirt. So maybe there's a change to the numbers of what we've got. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
That looks just like Seth to me.
All right, if you know who Seth Van Heitzma is, I'm going to take your word for that. And we're going to get a contact. Nick Hooker is going to absorb the foul. Well, hey, I apologize, Seth. Bad. That was.
You don't call out the secretary for the athletic
I'm calling
director.
out you. You're the one that sent it. Drive to Zoo, left baseline, little floater won't go. Rebound pulled down by the Ramblers. Daniel Rodenbaugh with another board. Rodenbaugh gets the pass from Hooker on inside. There, steps. Trying to split the Comet defense and shuffle the feet. It'll be Comet basketball. 3:18 to go here in the first, 13-5 Ramblers. So I need to make sure that I make that clear. Seth Van Heitzma now an early front runner for Shoe Game Award. He's the one wearing the New Balance. If anybody listening knows these kids and knows the number, something going on, let me know. It'd be great for the text. There's a steal by the Ramblers. McGillis comes up with it. McGillis, little inside-out drive. Oh, what a rejection. Dazoo got it with the left hand. Sorry, Winkle. Trevin Winkle got it with the left hand and partially blocked the McGillis shot attempt, but on the rebound, Rodenbaugh is going to draw the foul, and he's going to go to the line for a pair.
Winkle has to be the very first player that has actually gotten the elevator to the exact same floor that McGillis could go.
I didn't know that anybody else even knew that floor that McGillis has, although that wasn't McGillis's top floor, in fairness. I don't think.
You're right.
It might not have been Winkle's top floor either. Was it impressive?
Been the observation deck of
That's right.
the Hancock building, not exactly the restaurant, the signature room.
Rodenbaugh goes 2 for 2. 15-5 Ramblers in the first quarter. Comets trying to kind of survive this initial onslaught from the Ramblers. Here's Winkle, little step back. Oh, talk about Dirk Nowitzki. We joked about that in the first game. Trevin Winkle showing how it's done. The little step back on the left foot. Here's Verberkmos for 3. It's good. Boy, when the guy who's getting you all the big rebounds down low can step out and stroke a 3 like that, that's tough. 18-7 Ramblers with 2:20 to go here in the first. Dazoo checked by Hooker. Hooker is completely giving him the right side for the left-handed Hooker. Get it to Winkle, top of the key, defended by McGillis. Winkle uses a Dazoo pick, loses the handle, gets it back. 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Swings it over Van Heitzma. It's Dazoo, checked by Hooker. Back here on the right wing, this is Nick Hooker. Van Heitzma on the right corner. Gets it to Trevin Winkle. Comets showing good patience. Rambler defense is just tough. Trevin Winkle with about 3 pump fakes and then knocks it in off the glass from 15.
He's just a machine, isn't he?
He sure is. That is a heck of a stroke. 18-9 Ramblers, minute 25 to go. Murphy bounce pass to McGillis down on the block. Kick out for Verberkmos for 3. And Grayson Verberkmos is heating up. Actually, Grayson Verberkmos in NBA Jam would be on fire, as that is 3 consecutive triples he has knocked down. Here's a 3 from Dazoo that's off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Rodenbaugh. Quickly up to McGillis. McGillis gets in the paint.
Yeah.
Verberkmos for 3. Front iron, no good. But the rebound chased down by Hooker. He'll turn and pull from 3. Off the rim again. This rebound pulled down by Dazoo. Here come the Comets. NMC going left to right. The lefty Dazoo crosses over Hooker. Gets in, Mason Hooker. They're saying that there was no travel. Rambler fans wanted a travel call on Blake Dazoo, and I realize that now I have to be more clear. There's a Mason Hooker on the Ramblers and a Nick Hooker on the Comets, and they're both on the floor. Hooker, sorry.
No, Hooker?
Hooker and Hooker. Okay, so it's Hooker if you're a Comet, and it's Hooker if you're a Rambler.
Exactly.
Right. I'll try to keep that straight. Everybody listening will understand what I mean if I do it that way, right?
They will all get it.
McElhenney is checking into the game for the Ramblers. Top side for Rodenbaugh. 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Verberkmos, top of the key. Had room. Disappoints me by not shooting the 3. McElhenney to Murphy on the left wing. Down low for Rodenbaugh. Rejected by Dazoo. Dazoo with the right hand block. Felt he got all ball. The official politely disagrees, and it will send Rodenbaugh to the line. First on Dazoo, just the second. As Rodenbaugh misses the front. Seconds remaining here in the first quarter, 21-9. McBain lead. Ramblers calling out defense as Rodenbaugh. Front ends the second. Rebound was tapped by McGillis to Verberkmos and then out of bounds. NMC basketball, 14.7 ticks remaining here in the opening quarter as Trevin Winkle We'll give it back to Van Heidsma, and Van Heidsma will bring it over the timeline. 9 seconds. Van Heidsma, right wing. This is Andrew Eisenga driving. Murphy's almost had the rebound taken away by Van Heidsma to Trevin Winkle, who cannot get the three in time after the buzzer. Got it to go off the bounce, but it will not count. Here it's a 21-9 lead. Ramblers over the Northern Michigan Christian Comets. We'll take a break. Quarter action coming your way here on 107.9 CDY. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
When it's late, when it's snowing, when you just have to have it. It's nice knowing McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain is open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated with the friendliest cashiers helping to serve your grocery needs. From candy and chips to pop and munchies, McNally's Party Store, they're still keeping it cold. And wishing the McBain Ramblers good luck in tonight's game. That's McNally's Party Store in downtown McBain, open 7 days a week.
21-9 here in McBain. The Ramblers with the lead in the Ramblers student section, getting into it over in the far corner of the gym. Nice to see a little student section again at a basketball game. A little larger crowd than usual. Some of the restrictions relaxed as of today, actually, here in the state of Michigan. And so, Hawkeye, you mentioned the number. I think it's around 375 total people allowed in the gym tonight.
Yeah.
So a good-sized crowd for both schools as the Comets will inbound to start the second quarter. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. Zach Wiggins turning the dials for us in the studios. Eisenga loses the handle, and Verberkmos takes it away. And then Verberkmos with the high dribble loses the handle, and Eisenga gets it back for the Comets. McGillis picks up his turns, fires. Front iron no good. McGillis with the rebound. Quickly up ahead to Verberkmos on the right wing. Verberkmos skip past McGillis near side. Top side now for Murphy, who calls out the play. Murphy gets it to McElhinney. McElhinney to Verberkmos on a little curl, and Verberkmos frustrated with himself as he missed the left-handed bunny, but absorbed the contact, and he'll go to the line for a couple.
Number 2, red is first.
Verberkmos with 13 of the Ramblers' 21 points in that opening quarter, knocked down 3 from long range. Disappointed himself when he missed his 4th. And the crowd, student section, was ready to just go nuts if he had knocked down a 4th straight from deep. But I tell you, you got a weapon like a 6'5" kid who can handle the rock, work hard down low, and shoot from outside. That is scary. Verberkmos splits the pair. 7:15 remaining here in the second quarter. It's a 22-9 Rambler lead. Van Heidsma trying to get a bounce pass, slapped away by McElhinney, but Trevin Winkle comes up with it. Winkle looking for some help. I think he lost his dribble. I think he's sane. Finally gets it to Eisenga. Eisenga working against Verberkmos. Trying to spin into the lane, lost the handle. Here's, oh boy. I think Daniel Rodenbaugh's eyes got big because Rodenbaugh had Caden McGillis ahead of the defense by a couple of steps, and if he had been able to lead him,
or drop a bounce
might have
pass,
had some fireworks.
or drop a bounce pass.
Well, I think up in the air, led in the right spot would have been fine. He had the defender beat.
Or bounce pass.
Well, okay. Comets with possession. Verberkmos throwing out one of those long arms. Verberkmos has to have about a 6'9" wingspan. Knocked that pass away and then came up with it, but stepped on the sideline. So it'll be Comet basketball. They'll inbound on the far side.
Most point guards are not used to have to try and deal with
Now McGillis with the steal. McGillis to the rim. Boom, shakalaka. And one. The hoop and the harm for Caden McGillis. The Rambler Review might want to mark that one on the video. That's a highlight.
Already recorded. We're posting it now.
Gillis didn't get the opportunity on the previous steal, but he does on this one. The right-handed flush. Can't convert the three-point opportunity, and we're going to get a held ball on the floor off the rebound. But boy, oh boy, Caden McGillis had the step, and you could anticipate it coming. No worries about landing on anybody on that one. There was nobody near him.
He got fouled.
Well, he got touched. Here's Connor Murphy. Quick two is off the mark, and Van Heitzma, I think we're going to get a foul on for Berkmos, largely for being in the way of Van Heitzma as he was trying to turn around, tripping him up. It'll be the first on Grayson Berkmos, fourth on the Ramblers. Driving on the right baseline is Nick Huker, and gets it to Winkle. Winkle, tough shot on that right baseline, gets it to go. And it's a 26-11 Rambler lead. Here's McGillis spinning in the base inside the lane, trying to kick it out to Rodenbaugh, knocked away by the Comets. So it'll be Rambler basketball right in front. The frustrated head coach Kyle Bentham of the Comets. Murphy will inbound, gets to Rodenbaugh in the left corner. Down low for McGillis, lost the handle, gets it back and elevating. Wow, Caden McGillis getting off the ground quicker than just about anybody I've seen in a long time. Lays it in with the left hand. It's a drive, nice bounce pass, but cut off by Connor Murphy. Murphy, bounce pass for Rodenbaugh, but too strong. That's all Connor Murphy's fault, Hawkeye. He needed to put a little backspin on that bounce pass, and he just didn't do it.
Yeah. I love the effort. The bounce pass is something great to see.
That was about a 40-foot bounce pass. Would have been sweet had he connected. 5:36 remaining here in the first half. To 26-11 Rambler lead. As NMC will bring it over the timeline. Van Heitzma going left to right. Van Heitzma near the block M, working against Rodenbaugh. He'll give it up to Nick Huker, working against Verberkmos, to Trevin Winkle. Winkle, right-handed dribble, between the legs against McGillis. Drives left-handed, gets it in the air, rejected by Verberkmos, but we're going to get a foul on the floor on McGillis. But Grayson Verberkmos is a man of fire tonight, coming across from the weak side. Winkle will go to the line for two as they do get McGillis for the foul. I don't know who's here watching Grayson Verberkmos, but he has kicked up a notch. Winkle goes 1 for 2. Rodenbaugh takes a rebound away from Verberkmos. Mason Hooker left wide open for 3, back iron no good. Verberkmos chased the rebound down, but they're going to call the foul, I think, on Verberkmos.
No,
they're going to get it on Dezou. Blake Dezou, the sophomore, will pick up his second. I thought Verberkmos had inside the ball. And
he beat him to the spot.
It's tough to tell. Another fine call by the officiating crew.
Carter Quist checks in the game for the Comets.
5 minutes exactly remaining here in the first half. Connor Murphy takes the inbounds pass. Dribbles between a couple Comets, takes it to the block on top of the key. Hand off to Verberkmos. Over to Rodenbaugh, right wing. To Mason Hooker near the left. Mason Hooker puts it on the floor, turns, spins, throws it off the glass. Too strong. Winkle taps the rebound into the hands of Nick Huker. Huker driving. Nice shovel pass across the lane. And that shot attempt from Carter Quist is rejected rudely by Huker. Quickly the other way, the Ramblers find a streaking Rodenbaugh, who lays it up and in with the left hand.
1 for 3 on the fly, Patter.
Defense leads to offense, and the Ramblers jump out to a 28-12 lead with 4:25 remaining here in the first half. We'll take a break as head coach Kyle Bentham wants to talk it over, and we'll be back right after this.
SRM Concrete is family-owned and all about community. That's why they're supporting this broadcast. SRM Concrete was founded in 1999 with one singular goal: to provide superior ready-mix concrete service for your commercial and residential projects. With locations across northern and central lower Michigan, there's an SRM Concrete near you. From order to on-time delivery, the SRM Concrete team guarantees you'll be thrilled. Quality concrete, unmatched service. That's SRM Concrete.
Making the final arrangements for a loved one is never easy. At Burkholder Family Funeral Home in McBain, they can help you get through the process one step at a time. Serving the families in McBain and the surrounding communities for over 40 years, they take pride in providing exceptional services that families can actually afford. The caring and compassionate staff at Burkholder Family Funeral Home can help ease the burden. Burkholder Family Funeral Home. Visit them today at 211 North Pine Street in McBain or call 231-825-8191.
28-12, Ramblers with the lead out of the timeout. Comets with the basketball going left to right across your radio dial. There's a nice little pass to a cutting Trevin Winkle, who gets to the rim and lays it in. Trevin Winkle with 11, and it's a 28-14 Rambler lead. 4 minutes remaining. McGillis, left wing, long two, too strong. Rebound collected by Quist. Trevin Winkle will bring it over the timeline for NMC. Hesitation dribble on McGillis. Drives. Short with the short jumper. And then McGillis trying to find Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh will flip it to Verberkmos, who tries to shovel it with the left hand. Didn't even leave his feet. Just use that ridiculous wingspan. Seriously, what do you think his wingspan is?
I would have to say it's probably 6'10".
I need to get his dad on a broadcast, which reminds me, I neglected to text his dad to see if he would do tomorrow's broadcast. Just to ask, because that is obnoxious. Somebody's had to have measured it, right?
I would assume they have.
Connor Murphy will take a seat. Blake Whetstone will check into the game for the Ramblers. 3:41 remaining here in the first half. 28-14. Ramblers doubled up on the Comets here in McBain. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna, as Verberkmos splits the pair. 29-14 McBain, 3:35 to go here in the first half. Van Heitzema crossing over on Rodenbaugh, flips it out to Eisenga. Andrew Eisenga will get it back to Van Heitzema, top of the key, working against Rodenbaugh again. In the corner, nice bounce pass across the way to Quist. Verberkmos skying, nearly got a piece of that, but definitely altered the shot. Nice pass from Jonas Lancer, but Verberkmos forcing the bad miss, and the Ramblers with possession. Whetstone on the McBain name on the far side of the court. Top side Rodenbaugh. Now here's Hooker on the left wing. Finds Whetstone cutting underneath the basket, who turns and lays it in. Now that is that classic Copeman motion offense, freeing up the baseline cutter. It's a 31-14 McBain lead, 2:45 remaining here in the first half. As Eisenga driving. Eisenga and Verberkmos got tied up. Fans thought that there was more shenanigans, but I think they just had their arms tied up, and Eisenga happened to fall. Verberkmos didn't. Just my observations from up here. I have no idea.
That's exactly what happened there, but it looked nasty when he hit.
NMC fans are wanting an ejection. I think they are equating this with what happened in the girls' game. I think you'd agree with me that it's not the same.
No, it's not at all.
In this case, the two players just got tied up. I just happened to go down hard. So it's a common foul on Verberkmos. The NMC fans are upset. But I think if you're looking at it from a neutral standpoint, and obviously the NMC fans are not looking at it from a neutral standpoint, they were tied up. Verberkmos, I would agree that Verberkmos tried to aggressively remove his arm from the situation, but I don't know that he pushed Eisenga to the floor.
No.
But, I could see where an observer might disagree with me. That's just my neutral observation of what happened. We're going to get a Rambler timeout, actually, after the first miss by Eisenga. We'll keep it right here. Let you know this broadcast brought to you in part by Huttinga Electric, McBain Rural Agricultural Schools, SRM Concrete, and McBain Lake City Family Pharmacy. Our sincere thanks to all of our broadcast partners for allowing us to bring you Highland Conference boys varsity basketball action here on 107.9 CDY. Ramblers lead it 31-14 here late in the second quarter. Grayson Verberkmos with 13 first quarter points. Has 15 in the game. And out of the timeout, he is taking a seat next to head coach Bruce Coltman. Again, that's another one that I'd want to maybe take a peek at on the Rambler review, see if I see it the same way the second time.
It's nice that you can go back and rewatch that.
Sure is. Sure is. We appreciate everybody listening to us. But we will remind you, a 7-camera operation by these youngsters here in McBain on the review. ESPN worthy. Eisenga back irons the second. Trevin Winkle taps away the rebound to collect, or for the Comets. We'll get a second possession. Winkle driving baseline, elevating, trying to find somebody. And ahead of the defense is Mason Hooker, who lays it up and in. Hooker has 4, and the Ramblers push the lead to 33-14 with 2:20 to go here in the second. McGill is nearly another steal, bouncing it away from Dezou, who recovers it. To Winkle, nice feed inside for Eisenga, for Quist, who lays it up and in. Carter Quist with the tough right-handed layup. 33-16 McBain, 2 minutes to go. Rodenball against the double team, kick out. Hooker in the corner for 3 is good. Mason Hooker left alone for the corner triple, pushes it to a 20-point Rambler lead with 1:50 remaining here in the first half.
He was calling for that for about 4. He was wide open.
Trying to Murphy draw foul. And this will send Connor Murphy to the line for a couple. It's the third on Blake Dezou. And it puts the Ramblers in the bonus for the last 37 this first half. Connor Murphy trying to get himself in the books, leaves the first one short. His dad, John, will say I jinxed him. I will argue with that. Murphy, another contender for Shoe Game Award, the pink-topped pink, black, and white Nikes. Murphy course corrects and knocks down the second. 37-16, Ramblers, 1:35 to go. First half action, and there's a near takeaway by Whetstone on the pass. Collected, though, by Nathan Eisenga. Eisenga, though, gets his pocket picked. Here comes Murphy. Murphy, bounce pass for Rodenball. Pump fakes. Trevin Winkle nearly got it with the left hand. But Rodenball gets it over him and lays it in, or makes the 3-foot jumper. 39-16, biggest lead of the game for McBain. Here's Andrew Eisenga on the right wing, down low for Winkle. Winkle using the body, pushes up against Rodenball. Trevin Winkle is not the thickest kid in the world, but used some nice upper body strength there to get through Rodenball and get that ball up and in.
You know, his dad actually played at Dordt College, Tracy Winkle.
Oh, yeah. They might have gave the points to the Ramblers on accident. Here's Connor Murphy, skying over Andrew Eisenga, can't get it to go. Rebound collected. Nick Hooker the other way. Hooker, I just can't do it. Hooker. Winkle, kick out. Baseline jumper from Quist is no good, and we're going to get a foul on Eisenga. Andrew Eisenga will pick up the foul, and we'll go the other way. And it'll be a 1-on-1 now for Connor Murphy. And this game beginning to get smidge chippy. Maybe a bit less physical than the girls' game was. Murphy misses the front end of the 1-and-1. From Winkle skies for the rebound, and now we're going to get a foul on McGillis. Trying to cut off the drive by Nick Huker. I'm just going to call him Nick, sorry.
That's okay.
It's really hard to say. That Hugh sound. You don't think that Hugh sound is... No?
Well, it's fun to say.
Okay. McGillis picked up his second. He's going to check out as Huker misses the front end of the 1-and-1, but collects the rebound. Another opportunity. Andrew Eisenga straightaway three. Front iron, no good. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds by the Comets. It'll be McBain basketball with 4.4 seconds remaining. And Rodenball will inbound as the Comets come up to try and put some pressure. Hooker. Mason Hooker over the timeline. Pump fake will take a long two and knock it down. Mason Hooker had 1 foot inside the three-point line. But the two-point bucket will go. No, that was a 2. Yeah.
Yep, he was just inside the line, but he did that jab step, got him a little separation there. He elevated, and you know, that's the range where people really has to be an inside but far away from the free throw.
Well, his left outside, so maybe it felt semi-familiar. I'm not sure. In any case, it's also tough because a lot of times with 4.4 seconds left, you think you don't have as much time as you do, and he didn't rush.
No.
Made sure to get off a good shot. So at the end of the half, the Ramblers lead the Comets 41-18, and I believe that is correct, but I will double check. Halftime, McBain Hardware halftime show will be coming your way. We'll take a break for this word from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, and we'll be back with our stats and thoughts right after this.
This week in high school sports looks at how basketball and hockey teams will be seeded for postseason play and highlights a high-scoring family at Elk Rapids High School. Hello, I'm John Ross, and welcome to This Week in High School Sports. March is finally here, and with that comes the start of the winter sports tournaments. For boys and girls basketball, the top 2 teams in each district will be seeded using the Michigan Power Rating, or MPR, just like they were last season. For hockey, the top 2 teams in each regional will be seeded using MPR, and this is the first time that the hockey tournament will be seeded. The top seeded teams will be placed on opposite sides of the bracket, allowing for a potential matchup of the top seeds in the district final for basketball or regional final for hockey. You can always check live MPR tables for each sport by going to mhsaa.com/MPR. The hockey bracket will be announced on Sunday, March 7th. The basketball brackets for both boys and girls on Sunday, March 14th. For tournament dates and locations, check out mhsaa.com. Game balls this week go to Dean Locus. The Calumet senior hockey forward was huge in the Copper Island Classic over the weekend. He led his team to a sweep of Hancock, tallying 3 goals and 2 assists in the pair of victories. Calumet stays unbeaten on the year at 9-0-1. Brendan Young of Fowlerville. With his 33-point performance and a win over Holt, Young became the all-time leading scorer at Fowlerville. The senior now has 1,426 career points, putting him ahead of the previous leading scorer, Sean Romzik, who had 1,401 points between 2005 and 2008. Young has committed to play hoops next year at Madonna University. And to Hamilton's A.J. Ettinger. Ettinger became Hamilton's all-time leading scorer. She had 23 points in a win over Coopersville, taking her to 1,423 career points. Ashley Overbeek and her 1,406 career points was the previous high set in 2014. Ettinger will be taking her talents to Iowa City to play for the Iowa Hawkeyes next season.
Everyone in sports is in search of the elusive perfect game, making every shot, completing every pass, striking everyone out, getting each call right. That's right, game officials enjoy the competition and seek perfection just like the players do. If you still have that competitive streak and want to help kids by giving back, maybe becoming a high school official is for you. To register, log on to MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with MHSAA Assistant Director Brent Rice.
It seems whenever a high school game breaks down in a negative way, the coaches, players, fans, and school administrators quickly blame the officials. It's easy to take out aggression on these nameless, faceless, almost inanimate objects. But sloppy or chippy play is on the coaches to control, not the officials, as they simply call what happens. Fans up in the stands then quickly follow the lead of their coach berating the officials, thinking they are so well versed in the art of officiating, but often don't have the guts to put on the stripes themselves. Officials aren't perfect, but often they have to clean up the messes created by others during the game, the people who should really be thrown under the bus.
Thanks, Brent. You can be a referee. Just go to the MHSAA website now to register. Elk Rapids High School has its own Ball in the Family program. No, not LeVar Ball and his sons, but Kevin Ball, his brother Jeremy, and Kevin's two sons, Preston and Spencer. Kevin and Jeremy both played basketball at Elk Rapids in the 1990s, and the brothers each scored more than 1,000 career points. In fact, they are second and third on the all-time scoring list at Elk Rapids. Kevin is now the coach of the Elks, and his oldest son, Preston, has joined Dad and Uncle in the 1,000-point club. The senior went over the 1,000-point mark with a 25-point performance in a win over Boyne City, and the assist on the basket to put him over 1,000 came from Preston's younger brother, sophomore Spencer Ball. For more on the Michigan version of the Ball family and who could be the next 1,000-point scorer at Elk Rapids, check out the story on secondhalf.mhsaa.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll see you next week.
Huttinga Electric of Cadillac is your trusted and expert electric contractor, providing you with only quality services. We've always sought to provide you with reliable services because your satisfaction is our top priority. Locally owned and operated, Huttinga Electric is your local choice for electrical contracting, specializing in residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural electrical projects. We're licensed and insured for your protection. Call Huttinga Electric at 231-779-4699 today.
We've all been there. We rely on our vehicles more than ever to get us where we need to go, safe and sound. McBain Auto Service is open Monday through Friday and are fully licensed and insured to serve you. With over 50 years combined experience, they specialize in everything from brakes to engine repair with no job too big or small. Stop in for a safety inspection. McBain Auto Service, located at 9438 South Maury Road in McBain, or call 231-825-2729.
Halftime here at McBain High School, the McBain Hardware Halftime Show. McBain Ramblers with a 18 Northern Michigan Christian Comics here at McBain High School. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. Zach Wiggins, our producer and engineer, turning the dials for us back in the studio, doing his level best to make these two jackwags sound halfway decent. Well, it was the Grayson Verberkmo show early, but his teammates have joined the party as the Ramblers pushed a 21-9 lead to 41-18 here at the half. Nearly identical scores in both. Ramblers coming up a point short of their first quarter margin and their first quarter mark, and the Comets their first quarter mark. So oddly, a nearly identical couple of halves, but some hot shooting early from Verberkmos, and really it's been all about the Rambler defense and their length. We've talked about it ad nauseum, I realize, but what makes them so dangerous in Division III is they can bring 3-4 guys off the bench. They've all got a lot of length. They defend well, they rebound well, and if they can get hot shooting, I'm not sure who they couldn't run with.
No, I agree with you on that one, but I don't know. There's something about a curse about being number 10 ranked at the beginning of the week. That happened to Beale City last week.
Number 10?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the Comets came into this ranked number 10 in Division 4.
Oh, did they? Okay.
And then they got upset by Manton. I don't know if it's an upset because Manton only has one loss on this season so far.
Manton's a tough team. They're just a little under at the time, and we're still coming off a lot of, I think that was a bit of an aberration here on our broadcast last week. I don't think that was the real Ranger team.
Well, won't we find out on Wednesday night?
I believe we will.
Since that's our next broadcast will be Wednesday night.
At Manton.
At Manton against the Manton Rangers.
Great place to call a game. Got that whole track up top.
They kill the lights, put the spotlight on their starters.
Oh, yeah, so much fun. So much fun, no doubt about that. Actually, our next broadcast, Hawkeye,
oh, my bad,
is tomorrow, technically speaking. But you're right, our next Highland Conference broadcast will be next Wednesday. But we've actually got kind of a special last-minute broadcast that popped up on the schedule, as the Ramblers will be playing host to Traverse City St. Francis tomorrow.
As two top programs to meet each other in the regionals, if McBain can figure out how to navigate the Highland Conference heavy.
The Highland Conference regional, basically. I don't think is there any non-Highland Conference team in that region?
There is not.
I don't think there is.
But district, you mean?
District, yeah, sorry. Interesting. I thought I had the regional figured out, and then I realized when I finally got access to the Division III map that PDF wasn't coming up for me. When I did get access to it, come to find out it's a little bit different. The Ramblers usually have the UP district will feed into their region. They'll get the east side of the district will feed over for Division III, the Alconas of the world.
Yeah. Let's go to the issue.
It's actually a little different. So this is the McBain Hardware halftime show. Run down the first half statistics for you as we are really close to getting started here in the third quarter. Trevin Winkle paced the Comets with 13 points. Jonas Lancer and Carter Quist with a bucket apiece. Nick Huker with a free throw, as the Comets were 2 of 7 from the free throw line, as Winkle knocks away the pass intended for McGillis to start this third quarter. Meanwhile, Grayson Verberkmos with the hot hand paced the Ramblers with 15 points. Caden McGillis with the flush had 8 in that first half. Mason Hooker with 9. Daniel Rodenball with 6. Blake went to the bucket, and Connor Murphy with a free throw to round out the scoring for the Ramblers. Comets 2 of 7 from the line. Ramblers 5 of 12, as Daniel Rodenball picks up something the Ramblers that first half, which surprised me, that being a offensive foul on a pick. Rodenball said, hey, we didn't have if I bet the hips on this and see if I can draw the... No, I'm kidding. He didn't think that at all. Trevin Winkle trying to work against Rodenball. Rodenball just giving him no room to breathe. Forces up a shot that won't go. Here come the Ramblers. Verberkmos trying to hit Rodenball on the baseline. Misses him with the pass. Out of bounds. It'll be Comet basketball. But Rodenball just will not elevate. Winkle throws pump fake after pump fake at him. And Rodenball just stays on the ground like, listen, you're going to have to shoot through my arms. I'm not moving. 41-18 Ramblers here in the third quarter as Connor Murphy picks a pocket. Up ahead to Mason Hooker. Hooker all the way, gets hammered. And he will go to the line. Winkle will commit the foul. And I'll tell you, Winkle came in from the left side. I didn't even think he was the player defending. And he was coming hard for that foul, or for that ball. And I think Trevin Winkle might actually be bleeding from the head now after contact with Mason Hooker.
Yeah, Kazoo was on a 50-50 position, and he had to give up the layup because he's already in foul trouble. But Winkle was not going to give up anything.
And Winkle didn't give up anything as he came through. Got a bit of the ball. Got a lot of Mason. And he's actually going to have to leave the gymnasium to get this looked at, as I don't know what hit him in the head. I don't know if he I mean, for all I know, he could have hit his head on the backboard. As high as these kids jump these days. Mason Hooker, meanwhile, is at the third quarter, just underway. Second half here in McBain. Our thanks to McBain Hardware, our halftime sponsor, for their support. For Burkos, 12 against 12, working against Huker. Nick Huker of the Comets. Pass was intended, actually pass somehow got to Andrew Isinga off the backboard. And Andrew Isinga will draw the foul from Caden McGillis. It's going to be his third. And Andrew will go to the line for a couple opportunities. .50 remaining here in the third quarter as Andrew misses. We got two Isingas on the Comet roster. We got a Huker and a Hooker. Other one. Comets step into the lane, so the free throw that Isinga makes will be waved off. And the Ramblers will take over. Connor Murphy through the block M, working against Jonas Lancer. Murphy left-handed dribble, drives down the left side of the lane, bounce pass for Rodenball, picked off nicely by Andrew Isinga. And here come the Comets, 6.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Isinga gets it over to Huker. Huker driving baseline, hesitation, gets inside, avoids for Burkos, the hoop on the har. Huker for the three-point opportunity. A little hezzy dribble, as the kids would call it, Hawkeye. That was a hezzy to free himself up. And he converts. Knocks down the free throw. It's a 43-21. Rambler lead, 6:20 remaining here in the third. And we're going to get a half-court violation called on Connor Murphy. Established all 3 points in the forecourt. And they say he stepped back on the line, so the ball will be turned over, given to the Comets.
You know, McBain got a big lead in the first half, but they haven't shown up for the second half yet. They've been very sloppy in their play.
Huker driving, double teamed by McGillis and Verberkmos, trying to find Lancer, Van Heitzman. Well, that was Van Heitzman, trying to find Lancer on the far side. And it's knocked out of bounds. Ends up Rambler basketball. 6 minutes remaining here in the third. Beautiful pass on low. Connor Murphy. He's about to take out a wanted ad for a Hooker finds him with the 4-21 Rambler lead, and now here's Murphy with a near steal. Lancer picks up the loose ball. Jonas Lancer, bounce pass for Andrew Isinga off the mark, picked up by Rodenball. Ramblers numbers up the right side. Lancer, oh my goodness. Lancer does a job of getting in good position. I have never seen a kid get into position and freeze like that fast. Jonas Lancer beat Rodenball to the spot, stopped on a dime, absorbed the contact, and draws the offensive charge from Rodenball. Heck of a play from Jonas Lancer.
You think that was a freeze? You should see him do the cha-cha slide part 2.
I'm telling you. I know. Hey, I know what you're talking about. Trevin Winkle back on the floor after getting his head up around, making contact off the hands of the Ramblers. It'll be Comet basketball. I'll tell you what, Trevin Winkle seems to be taking this game personally. I mean, his effort out there is as much or more than any coach could ask for. Jonas Lancer comes off the floor, took a shot to the right arm as they're taking a look at him. There's a blow by, past Connor Murphy. Nathan Isinga, the sophomore, goes by Connor Murphy like a fence on the side of the road and lays it up and in. McGillis driving baseline, cut off by Winkle. Tough shot won't go, and the rebound on the floor. And Kyle Bentham to take a look at the young man. So I saw 14.
Team number 2 for the half.
Foul is on Eisenga. I don't know if somebody pump faked him and got under him. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, he got happened, then it came down on his shoulder.
Andrew comes up kind of squeezing that left fist. That is a tough fall. I'd be dead at my age. Andrew, meanwhile, is probably going to take a couple minutes on the bench, and we'll be right back in the game. Hopefully that shoulder's all right. That's a tough one there. Trevin Winkle is over on the sideline. We're actually going to get a substitution real quick as they're putting a wrap on Trevin Winkle's head to ensure that that bandage stays put. And just came out, so he can't check back into the to wait for the next dead ball. Ironically, the officials might have waited for him. And we're going to get a foul right away on the inbounds as Van Heitzma guilty of hanging on to Verbergmos.
Grayson was calling for that before the play on the dead ball that was going to happen.
Jonas Lancer with the kick save. The Ramblers will trigger again, and it gives Trevin Winkle an opportunity to check back into the game for Lancer. Trevin Winkle now looking like a World War II soldier coming home from overseas with the bandage on top of the head. Verbergmos, quick pull from the left corner is good. Grayson Verbergmos on the inbound. Buries the three from the corner. Nathan Eisenga trying to find some help, finds Hooker working against Verbergmos. Nice bounce for Dazoo, open for a long two. Blake Dazoo is in the books with his first bucket, and we're going to get a double foul, I think. It's the other way around there. 20 white, 14 red. Van Heitzma and Hooker, Mason Hooker of the Ramblers, are going to pick up double fouls. Well, you knew it go anywhere.
Oh, heck no.
And you also knew that teams tend to take on the persona of their coach. Kyle Bentham was wherever he went, and wherever he went after that, I couldn't remember the school. Thank you. So I have no doubt that this team takes that persona on from him as Murphy repeats gives back the blow by Nathan Eisenga, but cut off nicely by the Comet Help defense. Gives it up to Verbergmos. Verbergmos finds McElhinney on the right wing. McElhinney back to Hooker, top side three, front iron, backboard, no good. Dazoo pulls down the rebound. Blake Dazoo over the timeline, 4:13 to go here in the third, as Dazoo will draw the foul from McElhinney as he put it on the floor. Cupped it with that left hand. What is it with lefties and that ability to drive, kind of cup it, take that long stride, and then do something with it? It's always lefties that do that stuff. 48-25, Ramblers, 4:10 to go here in the third. And Heitzma looking for somebody, finds Winkle. Winkle will quick pull for three, left wing, no good. Van Heitzma, though, inside, pulls the rebound down. And then the loose ball taken away by Murphy off the miss. Up ahead for Hooker. Hooker to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh wanted to find Verbergmos, calling for it on the far side. Verbergmos put himself in the backboard, and Blake Dazoo with another on the baseline makes it a 48-27 Rambler lead. And you mentioned it, Hawkeye. Ramblers don't look like the first half Ramblers here to start the third. As Winkle working against Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh just kept backing him up, gave him several pump fakes, and Winkle finally bid on one. Rodenbaugh lays it in.
Yeah, but you also have to give it up for the Comets and their defense. And they're amping up their physical play there, too.
Absolutely.
Little known piece of trivia, you probably didn't know this, but you won't believe that Seth Van Heitzma used to be a junior hockey star.
First, we've heard. Comets with the ball going right to left through the quarter. Nathan Eisenga on the right wing. Coming around Connor Murphy, cut off by Rodenbaugh. Out to Jonas Lancer for three. Back iron, no good. McGillis. Skine for the rebound. Couldn't corral it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Comet basketball. DeZoo will trigger under his own basket. 3 to go here in the third. Comets trail by 23. DeZoo finds Nathan Eisenga, and Murphy takes it away and then throws it off of Eisenga's leg. What a hustle play from Connor Murphy. McElhenney will get it into Murphy. Murphy working against Eisenga. Brings it over the timeline. Crossover, and we're going to get a foul on Nathan Eisenga. Nathan trying to apply some pressure early on Connor Murphy. Picks up the hand check. Verbergmos takes the inbounds pass. Over to McElhenney. McElhenney in the corner. Murphy, quick pull from the corner, no good. And the rebound collected by DeZoo. Blake DeZoo over the timeline for the Comets, going right. Dribble on McGillis. Fires a pass over on the wing for Nathan Eisenga. Winkle inside. Winkle thought he was fouled on the shot. No call. And he sends it out of bounds as he airballed it. I gotta say something happened. Trevin Winkle doesn't often airball a 15-foot turnaround. Grayson Verbergmos, here's a pull from straight away, knocks it down. Grayson Verbergmos with his 5th three-pointer of the game. Extends the Rambler lead to 53-27 with 2:13 to go here in the third.
He just showed big brother Garrett, the number 5 on that last one. Garrett standing up, pointing back down at him. Fully excited.
So, did you realize that the first 12 years of homecoming, there was not a king? They only had homecoming queen?
No. Trivia bomb. Brought to you by Hawkeye. And there's a bit of a lazy pass picked off by Lancer. Start-up court. Fans. Verbergmos, front iron 3 from the corner, no good. And Winkle collects the Nathan Eisenga rebound. Winkle over the timeline. Winkle, top of the key against Rodenbaugh. We'll swing it over to Nathan Eisenga. Nathan Eisenga gets by Murphy, and a high arcing left-handed layup is good. What a drive and left-handed layup from Nathan Eisenga. Verbergmos for 3, front iron. Rebound ends up in the hands of Hooker. Just feels awkward, sorry. Nick Hooker working against Verbergmos. Bounce pass for Winkle at the free throw line against Rodenbaugh. Winkle faces up, fires from 16, leaves it short. McGillis with the McGillis the other way. Pass. Left side, McElhenney lays it in right hand. Play started out perfect. Pass. Never heard Hawkeye so excited. Bounce pass. Minute remaining here in the third quarter. 55-29 Ramblers. DeZoo trying to find Winkle and does. Winkle steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Can't hold him down for long. Trevin Winkle with his first bucket of the second half cuts the lead to 55-32. 44 seconds remaining here in the third. And Nathan Eisenga will draw another foul. I think current high school kids watch too much 80s NBA where you could put your hands on the offensive player. Not allowed to do that anymore.
I'm just glad the kids are watching good NBA.
Verbergmos with the inbound. We'll give it up to Blake Whetstone. Whetstone, topside McGillis. Down low, Verbergmos all alone. Turns, lays it up and in. Verbergmos is having himself a game. 23 for Grayson Verbergmos. And it's a 57-32 Rambler lead. Constraining as Winkle brings it over the timeline. Trevin Winkle, near side for working against Verbergmos. Into the corner for Lancer, and McElhenney is going to knock that out of bounds. It'll be Rambler basketball, excuse me, Comet basketball. Van Heitzma will inbound, and stolen by Blake Whetstone, and then picked off right back by Winkle. Winkle to Blake DeZoo. DeZoo Gets inside. The lefty layup is good. And that will do it for 3/4 of play here in McBain. Back and forth we go. The Northern Michigan Christian Comets battling but trail by 23. Can't do math. McBain Ramblers lead at 57-30. 3/4.
A lot of land comes with a lot of work. The new Kubota MX series has a lot to offer, including the versatility to mow, move hay bales, grade roads, and clear brush and snow. An optional spacious cab to keep you comfortable in any conditions. A front-end loader with excellent loader lift capacity, hydrostatic or gear transmission options, and affordably priced. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
See the Ina store, your Cadillac area Kubota dealer in beautiful downtown Ina.
Lnj Meat Market offers fresh, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken, specializing in Misaki-made sausages and jerky. Lnj Meat Market is a true family operation headed up by Tim and Sandy Genema. Whether you need a hog roast or fresh brats and burgers for grilling, they're here to serve you. Check out Lnj Meat Market, 4 miles south of Lake City on M66, or call 231-839-2176. That's 231-839-2176.
And welcome back to McBain High School. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna. Zach Wiggins turned the downs for us back in the studio. 57-34 Ramblers with the lead as they go defending the Comets with the ball to start this 4th quarter. Going left across your radio dial. They're going to say McElhenney touched that. It was a nice bounce pass attempt from Dezou to Trevin Winkle, who has taken off the headgear. Winkle will inbound and finds Dezou at the free throw line extended far side. So cutting Nathan Eising to Winkle. Winkle with the jumper on the baseline. It's good. Trevin Winkle might have one of the smoothest jumpers I've seen. Level. Just pure high. Goal to get it in.
Especially since he's not done growing. He's already 6'2".
Here's Verberkmos for 3 on iron, no good. And McElhenney comes up with the rebound. Winkle going after the block, can't get it, but the shot is off, and it'll send McElhenney to the line for a couple. Trevin Winkle doing everything he can in this game on both ends of the floor. And this is a young Comets team, Hawkeye. They're having a difficult time with the Ramblers tonight, but this is kind of 2 teams that could be sort of passing ships in the night. The Ramblers have a lot of seniors that get a lot of minutes, and they will be young next year. Meanwhile, for the Comets, it's all juniors and sophomores, kind of like the Ramblers were last year. As Winkle driving to the lane, gets it up on the rim and gets it to go. Speaking of one of those juniors, Trevin Winkle has 7 in this half, 20 for the game now, as McElhenney misses the pass, loses the handle. Comes Nathan Eisinger. Nathan Eisinger rejected by Whetstone. Loose ball, and we're going to get a held ball as bodies go to the floor. Jonas Lancer got caught for Berkmos. And we're going to get a foul call. We're going to get a technical foul on one of the Comets. The official telling Coach Kyle Bentham that maybe a forearm was used at some point in those bodies. Not really sure. I didn't see it. Hawkeye, you're not talking, so I assume you didn't see it either.
Well, when they got up, there's a couple that have been jaw-jacking a lot during the game.
Yes.
And he just created a little space between the two of them, pushing one of the Ramblers away with his forearm.
Gotcha.
But I'm not going to mention any names.
It's all right. Grayson Verberkmos knocks down both free throws for the Ramblers, and the Ramblers will take possession. 59-39. 6:47 remaining here in the ball game as Dezou and Van Heitzma will take a seat.
Trivia bomb, who is the only father-daughter homecoming court winners?
Wow. I have no idea.
Bruce Copeman and Michaela or Olivia Copeman. He actually had 2 daughters as queens as he was the king.
Blake Whetstone pulls from 3 on the right wing, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by, first indicated it would be Ramblers ball, now they're saying, or Comets ball, now it's Ramblers. Bruce Copeman was king?
Poor Lisa Copeman, Bruce's wife. Her husband was the king and her 2 daughters are the queens.
Whetstone will get it over to Verberkmos. He calls out the play. Verberkmos, one quick dribble, picks it up at the top of the key, looking for some help. Finds Whetstone. Far side volleyball line, back to Verberkmos. Being harassed by Huker. Finds Rodenbaugh. And now on the floor, Winkle nearly took it away from Rodenbaugh. McElhinney, nice bounce pass down low for Verberkmos, who lays it up and in. Nice look from McElhinney after he got the pass from Rodenbaugh on the baseline to find Verberkmos underneath. 61-39 Ramblers. Huker, ball tapped away by McElhinney. McElhinney ahead of the defense will lay it up and in. McElhinney with the defensive steal and layup makes it a 63-39 Rambler lead with 5:39 remaining. I think Coach Copeman might start to get some substitutions in here as Blake Whetstone trying to harass Nathan Eisenga, does so a little aggressively with the hips. Seriously, everybody seems to think that you can do whatever you want with your lower body as long as you keep your hands in the air. You ever notice that?
That I do notice, and that I try to use to my advantage as much as I could.
The king of that move, is that what you're saying? Nathan Eisenga must have relatives here in McBain because he uses every bit of the rim and the get that one to go. Substitutions, Dan. I'll get tonight from the fans. Out for Calvin McGillis. Now Grayson Verberkmos will come to the bench. And Connor Murphy will check back in for him. Grayson Verberkmos' night with 5.5 minutes remaining probably done. Nathan Eisenga converts the second. We're going to get a substitution. Blake DeZoo check in.
So who is the only Comet that was on the McBain homecoming court?
So switch schools at some point? I don't know.
Corey Powers, the assistant coach for Kyle Bentham, when he was at McBain, his senior was on the honor court, but now he is a coach for the Comets, so he is technically a Comet.
Yes, you're right.
Another trivia bomb.
Another trivia bomb from Hawkeye. We've had a slew of trivia bombs. Blake Whetstone from the left block, can't get it to go. Trevin Winkle with the rebound. Nobody yelled wolf, and Connor Murphy taps it away. Whetstone to Calvin McGillis on the block, and McGillis will draw the foul, but cannot get the layup to go. Calvin, though, with a chance for a couple of free throws.
Red is first. Team number 9 for the half.
Calvin misses the first.
So the McBain crowd was calling for the fan favorite from the Comets team to come in and play. He's been a lifetime Comet, but he is such a great kid that everybody, regardless of the school, wants him in here and wants him to score.
Who is that?
That'd be Kendrick Smulligan of one of our sponsors, Ina Store.
Trevin Winkle, the nice bounce pass, driving on the left side. Great body control, gets around Connor Murphy off the glass and draws the foul on Murphy. So Winkle now will go to the line for a three-point opportunity. Winkle converts. 63-43. Ramblers 40 remaining in the ballgame. Shot attempt on the inside is off the mark for the Ramblers. Here come the Comets. Nathan Eisenga on the left wing to Huker. Huker puts it on the floor. Elevates. Right-handed jumper from the left block is no good. Kind of good rebound. Murphy up ahead to Whetstone. Whetstone will pull from 3. Back iron, no good. And Trevin Winkle with the rebound. Winkle over the timeline. His team trails by 20. Winkle crossover on Calvin McGillis. Gets to the rim. Left-handed layup won't go, but he'll draw the foul. I believe they're going to get Joseph Winkle, no relation. Nope. Sorry, they're going to get Calvin McGillis.
Still no
Actually,
relation.
I have no idea if Joseph Winkle and Brant, or it's actually spelled differently according to this.
Yes. Trevin Winkle is from the Don's Auto and Van Dries fame.
The Tracy Winkle that you see on TV.
And Joe Winkle is of the Winkle Dairy Farm and former cabinet maker from Drummond Island fame.
But I tell you, watch Trevin Winkle as we get a timeout from Coach Bentham. 63-45, 4:06 remaining in this one. I want to rave about Trevin Winkle for a second. You watch him at the free throw line, and his jumpers all look the same. He's got that elbow tight. The ball comes back right at the forehead, just above, high release point, good follow through. And really, no matter how he's taking that, whether it's a step back, we've seen him do the little Dirk Nowitzki step back to the left foot. LeBron James has kind of used it this year quite a bit. You might have seen, for you younger folks that don't even know who Dirk Nowitzki is, even though he hasn't really been retired all that couple years. We've seen it that way. We've seen the quick turnaround. We've seen just the straight-up jumpers from outside. Just got a really nice stroke, and I have no doubt, being related to Tracy, that he probably works on that a lot. And like you said, Hawkeye, this is going to be a team that they are on their way up without question. This is kind of McBain last year. A lot of underclassmen getting the bulk of the minutes, and they're only going to get better next year. Ramblers with the ball as we've got a question from the official scorers table.
And if the Hall of Famer's confused.
Boy, I don't even want to know what's going on then. Harv Lucas, longtime PA announcer for the Ramblers, getting the officials straightened out, because I'm sure that's what had to happen. It wasn't anything with the scorebook. It was the officials that needed straightening out.
Another trivia bomb. Sandy Rice and Harv Lucas actually attended kindergarten together.
This official scorekeeper for the Comets and the Ramblers went to kindergarten together?
That's right.
That's incredible. Ramblers with the ball going left to right. McElhenney, top of the key, gets it over to Calvin McGillis on the left wing. McGillis puts it on the floor, pulls it out, because the Pilkus top of the key. Swings to McElhenney, right wing. McElhenney crossing over on Trevin Winkle, topside Murphy. Swung around for Pilkus on the left wing. 3:35 remaining as Pilkus puts it on the floor. Lose the handle, and it'll bounce and be Comets basketball. Three and a half minutes remaining in the ball game. Ramblers looking for all the world like they're going to move to 10-0 on the season as Trevin Winkle picks up his dribble, finds a cutting Seth Van Heitzma, who might have had a layup, but I also think that Joseph Winkle might have had something to say about it. And he tried to bounce pass it, knocked out of bounds by the Ramblers. Van Heitzma will trigger, gets it in to Dazoo, working against Pilkus, puts it on the floor, cut off by Winkle. Bounce pass attempt is picked off by the Ramblers. Down the other way, Murphy. Trying to find Calvin McGillis down low is McElhenney, knocked away by Van Heitzma. And Van Heitzma is going to pick up the foul.
Did you hear in that last one the crowd actually yelling wolf?
You've got them well trained. Seth Van Heitzma picks up his fourth foul. And we're going to get a substitution as senior Kendrick Smulligan has checked into the game.
And it's the loudest the crowd has been all second half since the dunk. For both sides, excited about Kendrick Smulligan. And I just want to let you know, Last time the McBain varsity wore these jerseys they're wearing tonight, they had an undefeated.
We have different sets. You don't just use it till it's too old and you move to a new one. You have different sets that you can use each year.
You keep a jersey for 3 years, and it gets moved down to JV for 3 years, and then it gets
moved back up,
retired. But today's a throwback day. That's why.
Okay.
Matt Utek actually has a different jersey altogether.
Nathan Eisinger with a quick three. Comes up short, chases down his own rebound, trying to fire a pass to Small and it's picked off by the Ramblers. Connor Murphy over the timeline, over to Matt Utek. Utek, one dribble, picks it up, gives it to Murphy. 2:45 remaining, as we're going to get a Rambler fan favorite checking in the game here in a moment, as Dylan Schonert getting ready to check in. Utek on the right wing between the legs, loses the handle, battling with it with Nathan Eisinger. Pilkus will scatter. We'll take it topside. Back to Utek on the right wing. Matt Utek working against Small trying to take it out of his hands. Finds McGillis top of the key. Utek battling with Small down low. A couple of football players down there, and now Calvin McGillis is going to be called for the travel. And we'll get some mass substitutions for the Ramblers. Two remaining in this one, 65-45. McBain is going to move to 10-0 on the season. The Comets will.
As Tim McLean checks in the game, you have TK Tyler Cucci, Karsten Hunninga, Caleb Camphouse, and Dylan Schoner, because you can't look at your program to figure out what numbers they are.
Comets bring it over the timeline. Nathan Eisinger working against Schoner.
It's so nice to see Tyler Cucci have a uniform that actually fits him.
There's a jumper from the corner. Quist. Nope, sorry, Blake DeZoo with the jumper. So wait a minute, that is Tyler Cucci wearing 22, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I said it was Schoner, but I realized that. Why did they do that to me? It's just for tonight, right? It'll be back to normal tomorrow?
It will be back to the regular tomorrow. Kyle Pilkus checks back in the game.
I'm going to need you to tell me who's out there then, because I can't tell.
Let's see who you got coming out now. The younger Winkle.
Isaac Bowden. Ethan Bennett, freshman, and a number I do not have in my program.
That's Winkle.
Number 5, is that the younger Winkle? Brant Winkle, all right. Brant Winkle, the sophomore, checking in. Bennett, the freshman, and Isaac Bowden, a sophomore. It's a nice spin move by Pilkus, lays it up and in. Kyle Pilkus with a nice spin move on the baseline. Brant Winkle, the sophomore, inside for Bennett. Kick out for Quist. Puts it on the floor, working against, I assume, Caleb Camphouse. Jumper off the mark, rebound pulled down by Pilkus. Pilkus quickly the other way. Pilkus will give it up to
Schoner, Dylan Schoner.
That's Dylan Schoner, all right.
You want me to call this rest of the game?
No, I know right now. Topside Huttinga, back to Schoner for 3, in and out. And the rebound collected by Bennett for the Comets. Here comes the younger Winkles. Quickly up into Smulligan. They want Smulligan to shoot. Smulligan trying to pass. Huttinga blocks it like it's a shot, knocks it out of bounds. And it'll be Rambler basketball as Matt Utek checks back in. Kyle Pilkus takes a seat.
You don't have to see Matt Utek's number to know who he is, do you?
No, you really don't. I know Matt Utek from afar. Seen him on Snapchat a few times. There's a quick pull from Winkle, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Pilkus. I thought Pilkus checked out. I'm confused. 20 seconds remaining as Matt Utek, top of the key, will hand it off to Pilkus. Over to Huttinga, top of the key. Huttinga had Utek wide open on the baseline. Didn't see him. I only know that because Utek slapping his hands together because he wanted the ball. There's a jumper from Pilkus. It's off the mark. Rebound by Bennett. And that will do it. 67-47 is your final here in McBain as the Ramblers go 2 for 2. The boys with the victory to move to 10-0. We'll take a moment to collect our stats and our thoughts. The Kelly's Pizza and Grill post-game show is coming your way. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
Northern Michigan Christian Schools in McBain is a Christ-centered learning environment run by parents rather than a church. It's an excellent Christian education for pre-K through 12th grade and currently serves more than 290 students. To find out more information, go to www.nmcs.us or call 231-825-2492. Again, that's 231-825-2492. Northern Michigan Christian School, believing that each student is uniquely gifted and a blessed child of God.
Parents, if your students want to be college or career ready by the end of high school, CTC is the place to be. I'm Troy from the McBain High School, and the Wexford-Mazaki Career Tech Center is preparing me for the jobs of the future. Students from all over the region can choose up to 14 different career-driven programs, with a free associate's degree available in some programs through the 13th year training. Find out more at WMISD.org at the Career Technical Education Link and see why CTC is the place to be.
In the small town of McBain lies a locally owned family pharmacy that takes pride in helping improve the health of every patient that comes through the door. At McBain Family Pharmacy, you're more than just a prescription. Here, you're family, and their experienced team of professionals are always available to answer any questions you may have regarding prescription and over-the-counter medications. McBain Family Pharmacy is your full-service family pharmacy for both traditional and compound medications. Call them today at 231-825-8175. That's 231-825-8175. Or stop by their store, located at 119 North Roland Street in McBain.
FIAM is family, and like sports, FIAM is also teamwork. As a stable Cadillac area employer, FIAM has supported area families for over 40 years. FIAM is proud to support this McBain Ramblers broadcast. At FIAM, we don't like to toot our own horn, but FIAM has the best employees in the Cadillac area, and you are appreciated. FIAM is family.
McBain Rural Agricultural Schools is looking for the next generation of Ramblers. If you want to give your child the gift of a great education, make McBain Rural Agricultural Schools your school of choice. Every McBain Rambler gets a MacBook or iPad, a strong curriculum, including a variety of vocational programs, great athletics, and access to a brand new state-of-the-art performing arts center. If you want a school that will challenge your child, support your child, and celebrate your child's individuality, visit McBain.org or call 231-825-2165.
Dawn Fresh Catering is committed to serving fresh, homemade foods with an emphasis on using the great Abel's meats our customers love. Let Dawn Fresh Catering provide the food for your party or event. At Abel's General Store, you'll find a wide variety of grocery products, clothing, gifts, and of course, our signature meats. Family owned and operated since 1920, hometown service is our specialty. Dawn Fresh Catering in Abel's General Store in beautiful downtown Falmouth.
And welcome back to McBain High School. Jay Simon alongside Gary Hawkeye Vanna, Zach Wiggins, our producer and engineer, turn the Dallas Force back in the studio. Highland Conference boys varsity basketball action brought to you in part by Abel's General Store, McBain Auto Service, McNally's Party Store, McBain Hardware, Northern Truck Service, Pluger Mechanical, Judy K. Gildy, Core Design, FIAM, McLean Transmissions, and Lnj Meat Market. Our sincere thanks to all of our broadcast partners. This is the Kelly's Pizza and Grill post-game show. What is Dylan Rodenbaugh doing sneaking around here, man? What's up with that?
Not a clue.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He didn't give me a chance to suck in my stomach before he took our picture, though. That was
right? That's rude, man. I think I had paper in the way. I think I'll be all right.
Yeah,
I want to remind you, you're listening to WCDY, McBain Cadillac, Lake City. The McBain Ramblers here on homecoming night go 2 for 2 as the girls defeat the NMC Comets 58-43. The boys beat the Comets 67-47. Both teams remain unbeaten. The boys now 10-0 on the season. That will be tested tomorrow, though, in a game that we'll have for you here on 107.9 CDY as the Ramblers play host to the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. JV tips off at 1. We'll be on the air somewhere between 2 and 2:15, I would say. And you won't want to miss that one. Meanwhile, tonight, well, Grayson Verberkmos got him off to a hot start, and the Ramblers never looked back. Led it 41-18 at the half and rolled from there. Combination of some hot early shooting from outside and just kind of a steady diet of what the Ramblers have been doing to teams all season long, and that is great defense, using their long arms to get pokeaways and getting out and running. And they did it early as they jumped out to a 21-9 lead after the first quarter, and were really never threatened in this one. Looking at our core design post-game stats, the Comets were led by junior Trevin Winkle, who led all scorers. No, I'm sorry, he did not.
Nope.
Paced the Comets with 25 points. Very balanced first and second half for Trevin Winkle, who had to go to the bench at one point, got cut on his head as he went for a Mason Hooker layup aggressively. I assume he cut his head on the rim. Winkle's got some bunnies, as the kids would say. Goes 4 of 5 from the line, knocked down 1 from long distance, but a steady diet of mid-range. He's the DeMar DeRozan of the Highland Conference. Just a really nice looking jumper. And
no, he's got the complete package, like
really
you said.
Really
inside, outside, and the mid-range, which is a lost art in high school. You either shoot the three or you...
It's a lost art everywhere. What are you talking about? It's all about threes and layups now, man. That's all it is. Blake DeZoo finishes with 8 points, all in the second half for the Comets. Nathan Eisinga chimes in with 6. Nick Huker had 4, and Jonas Lancer and Carter Quist with a bucket apiece to round out the scoring for the Comets, who go 8 of 15 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, the Ramblers, paced by the aforementioned Grayson Verberkmos, he had 13 in the first quarter, including 3 triples. In NBA Jam, he would have officially been on fire. Finishes with a game-high 27 points, 5 from distance after he hit that 5th one. Held out 5 fingers, pointed to his brother in the crowd, as you pointed out, his brother pointing right back at him. No one more excited than Grayson Verberkmos' older brother on that one, Garrett. Also in double figures for the Ramblers, Mason Hooker finishes with 11, including 1 from downtown. Caden McGillis finished with 8, all in the first half. Daniel Rodenbaugh with a quiet 8 points. Tristan McElhenney finishes with 5. Connor Murphy with 3. Blake Whetstone with a bucket, and Kyle Pilkis with a bucket to round out the scoring for the Ramblers, who go unofficially 10 of 20 from the free throw line on the night. Those are your core design post-game statistics. This is the Kelly's Pizza and Grill post-game show. They're getting ready for homecoming here in McBain. They do this post-games as they set up a little snow coming. I like to call it snow coming. I don't know that anybody else calls it that. I like to call it snow coming. Listen, they've got snowflakes that they're hanging up on the apparatus little stage there, so don't tell me it's not snow coming, Hawkeye.
It's not snow coming.
Whatever.
It's homecoming.
Whatever. We've still got some business to take care of here in the post-game show, and that is our post-game awards. Hawkeye, let's start with the Judy K. Gildy Photography Picture Perfect Play of the Game. I don't think there's really any chance you're going to zag on this one when the zig is so obvious, but I'll let you go ahead and tell us what you think that one is.
Well, I felt bad because, you know, sometimes I like to give out the awards and diversify, and there was an outstanding play, and we're just going to call it the runner-up. And we're going to give Blake the block on the block. So, the Blake block on the block.
The Blake Whetstone block on the block.
Well, I can't use Whetstone because it's not B.
It doesn't, yeah, okay, sorry. The block.
The Blake block on the block is our runner-up.
Is your runner-up?
To our thunderous, game-changing, back-breaking, dagger in the heart, dunk over a Comet by Caden McGillis.
No question about it. Well-deserving. The boom shakalaka from Caden McGillis and one. And he didn't complete, actually. He missed the free throw, sorry. He did not complete the three-point play. But Caden McGillis's breakaway one-handed jam is your Judy K. Gildy Photography picture-perfect play of the game. Congratulations to Caden, well deserved. Make sure you go to senior's office for whatever trinket it is he's offering these days. Let's move on, Hawkeye, to the George Johnson All Heart Award. The George Johnson All Heart Award, named in honor of the Ramblers' biggest fan, George Johnson, and former assistant coach on the basketball team, was here for every single one of the Rambler basketball games. Lost him a couple of years ago, and this award named for George, that's given to the player that best exemplifies George's heart and passion for athletics here in McBain. Hawkeye, who you got?
Well, you almost could rename the award after this player, but he's in the running every single game. When he walks out of the locker room, he's already given more than most of the players on the court, and that's Daniel Rodenbaugh.
I like it, and I completely agree with you. You really could. Daniel Rodenbaugh does all the dirty work, I guess, right? Rodenbaugh usually picking up his points on the inside, offensive rebounds and putbacks. A quiet 8 points tonight, but a presence defensively. Had to work against Trevin Winkle much of the night and made life difficult for Trevin at times. Daniel Rodenbaugh, your George Johnson All Heart Award winner. I'm going to run down our broadcast partners for you one more time. Our sincere thanks to each and every one of them. Core Design, Fiam, McLean Transmissions, Kelly's Pizza and Grill, Pluger Mechanical, McBain Hardware, Northern Truck Service, Judy K. Gildy Photography, Northern Michigan Christian School, Huttinga Electric, Burkholder Family Funeral Home, the Ina Store, McBain Rural Agricultural Schools, SRM Concrete, Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, McBain Auto Service, McBain Lake City Family Pharmacy, McNally's Party Store, and the Ebles General Store. Our sincere thanks to every single one of our broadcast partners. Couldn't do this without them. We appreciate them. Stop in, say hi, tell them you heard them here on 107.9 CDY, and thank them for their support of McBain and Northern Michigan Christian Athletics here on 107.9 CDY. And that leaves us with just one more item of business to take care of. That is the most exciting 15 seconds in all of high school sports broadcasting. You've waited patiently, and the time is nigh. The Lnj Meat Market Hawkeye Player of the Game 2 times tonight, as we are going to honor a player from both the Northern Michigan Christian Comets and the McBain Ramblers. Hawkeye, who you got?
I'm going chalk. I'm going chalk, baby.
You have to.
I have to. Trevin Winkle is just a force. What a fantastic game. Kid gets cut on the head, making a basketball play. He has to go into triage. How you like throwing that word out there? Comes out, has to be closed up. Surgery on the sideline, or they finally found some super glue and they closed up the wound that way. And then comes out and continues to drop dimes and buckets like he was donating to a church offering. And then for your McBain Ramblers, he got the game started. He kept the game going. He came alive with 5. Grayson Verberkmos.
There you go, folks. Trevin Winkle of the Comets, Grayson Verberkmos of the Ramblers. Perhaps the easiest Lnj Meat Market Hawkeye Players of the Game ever selected in the history of this most prestigious award. Congratulations to both Trevin and Grayson on a fine night. Your final 67-47 Ramblers with the win, move to 10-0 on the season. That's going to do it for us from McBain High School. For our producer and engineer, Zach Wiggins, for Gary Hawkeye Vanna, I'm Jay Simon. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you tomorrow afternoon as we bring you a non-conference clash between the Ramblers and the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. Tip off somewhere around 2:15, 2:30 p.m. And you can only catch it here on your home for McBain Rambler and NMC Comet Sports 107.9 CDY.
Good night, boys.
Dropping the beat from the top of the lakes.
Come on, come on.
This is WCDY McBain, Cadillac Lake City. Cadillac's new number 1. 107.9. 107.9.
Turn it up.
CD.